at GermainToyota.net.
Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't even good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wait, no. Stop this one.
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Monday to you. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Oh, good morning. I couldn't wait to see you.
I bet you
this morning.
I bet you couldn't. Now, if you weren't listening last week, you may not know about this. We had a little bet going on here on the show. The Cardale Jones celebrity softball game took place over this weekend. And we had a discussion on the air about myself or you having to shave off our beards if certain things happen in that game.
Yes.
If you went over, you would have to shave off your beard.
Yes.
You did not go over.
I did not, that was like the number one thing on my mind. It's like, if it get to a point where, because I knew I was only going to have like 2 at-bats because the lineup is so long. I said, if it gets to a point where I get to that second at-bat and I haven't got on, I was laying a bunt down. And I was just going to take off.
Yeah. I see. I figured that you would cheat your way to it.
Not cheat. A bunt is something that's perfectly legal.
You're right.
In a game.
Not in slow pitch softball, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Maybe in your guys' game, but in most leagues and rules, that is not allowed.
That's right. That's what I thought. Like beer league softball, I think you get thrown out of the game if you do that.
I was desperate.
Now, the bet I had with you was that you would not hit a home run, and that if you did, I would have to shave off my beard. So I start getting text messages left and right Saturday afternoon. I couldn't make it to the game. I had stuff going on up in Marysville. We couldn't get down there. I regret it. I wanted to be there, if nothing else, to heckle you and to yell all kinds of things at you while you were batting. But that said, I didn't get down there. I didn't get to witness this myself in person. But I get all these text messages. Oh, get the Clippers out. Not the Columbus Clippers. Ring your bell. The razor, the shaver.
Yeah.
Let's cut on the Clippers and let's go. And I said, I guess he must have hit the home run. Then the Instagram post happened. Then the Twitter post happened, and I saw the video of you hitting a ball a solid 147 feet.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I didn't realize that's what we were doing when we signed up for this.
I hit it to the warning track.
You didn't hit it to the warning. What did it roll?
It hit. Let me look at it.
No, here's what I didn't realize, because I'm waiting for like the outfield over the wall footage. And I forgot they set up like a baby gate out there across the back so that it's because it's softball. And I totally forgot that was what we were talking about, because I thought it has to clear the wall and it didn't. So I'm a little bit here today under protest, because I feel like it should have gone over the wall for me to have to shave my beard. I got to be honest with you.
That's to the warning track.
I don't even I don't see that at all. It also didn't clear the wall, but that's fine.
It got to the warning track.
How far? You mean you've never hit a home run with that little fence that they had out there? You've never hit a home run in this game until yesterday or Saturday?
So let me.
Is that what happened?
First of all, they're trying to turn this around.
I am.
I put this so like I'm just terrible. Look, this what happened. So the first year, the very first Cardale softball game, we were at the OSU softball fields.
Okay.
And
where they have the fence measured for softball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody was knocking them out the park, but me. So my last at bat, what I realized is everybody was using this bat. And I'm like, well, let me try using that bat for my last at bat. And I cleared it. Boom. Knocked it over the fence.
Oh, okay.
Since that moment, I have not hit a home run. That was the last time
How
I hit a home run.
How many years ago was that?
I think this was year 8 of this.
Oh, my gosh. So you had a 7-year drought of home runs?
If I remember correctly, yes.
Wow.
So everybody got to the point where it was like, especially since I've been working here, for the first like 2 or 3 years, I was like, oh, I'm guaranteed to hit a home run because I'm like you look at that little fence, it's like, oh yeah, for sure. And yeah,
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't get it.
Was it a mental thing for you?
No.
I think it was.
I think you know what it is. I think I wanted it so bad that it was like you would chase pitches.
Yeah,
like you wouldn't sit there and wait for your little soft toss. You would like go chase it and hit it. So I think that's what happened all these years.
Yeah, I think I had a few misconceptions going into this. One, I should have asked who was pitching. Who threw you that meatball?
I don't even know. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just locked in on the ball. Like I didn't look at whose arm was attached to
I need
the
to
ball.
go find out who that was because it may have been one of my enemies. And so they could have been trying to sabotage me. And I think that's very possible. And so that needs to be reviewed. I also, for some reason in my head, thought maybe the pro athletes, I understand not everybody, but I thought maybe the pro athletes, it would be like, all right, we're going to get a fast pitch person out there, like someone from OSU softball to throw some actual pitches.
That was supposed to happen, but,
I thought Jenny Finch was going to show
That's
up.
what I'm saying.
Weather messed that up.
Okay. Why?
They usually do it for 1 inning.
Oh,
one
inning. We didn't ran out of that inning because of the rain.
Because of the rain, yeah.
Yeah. So I should have clarified because I didn't know they were going to put up like a Little Tykes playground set for you, and then you're going to hit from the front tees on the golf course.
The way I'm feeling, if it didn't matter who was out there pitching, I was sending them over the thing.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Well, yeah, over the Fisher Price fence, not the actual fence.
Whatever you want to call it.
Paul Skeens, would you have taken him out on Saturday?
That's the way I felt. Now, first of all, I'm gonna be truthful with y'all. I was exhausted Saturday going into that event because.
What did you have? You guys do a lot of stuff before that game, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't. You know, Cardale just have me in a lot of stuff. So Friday night he had an event at Mastro's in Easton. You know, the new steakhouse over there, which was delicious, by the way. Shout out to them. And it was it was with CareSource and. You know, they're sponsoring the pro camps that Cardale was throwing on Saturday, which I helped to be a part of. So that was Friday night. I didn't get home till late. Then the next day, I went with Cardale to the camps at the Woody, and that was from like 9 to, I think we finished at like 1 o'clock. Then batting practice, we wanted to get to the field by 2:30. And, you know, like, it's not like I'm going to go home and then come back. Like, we already here. So him and I, you know, we finished the camp. We left the Woody at like 1:45, maybe 2 o'clock, grabbed something to eat, which was some Popeyes, which shout out to the sweet and spicy wings. I was telling him I
didn't know. You see, if I didn't know there was going to be Popeyes involved, I would have known you'd be properly fueled, and then I wouldn't have made this bet. Like, there's no way I would have. Because if I eat Popeyes, then I could like build a house because I feel so good afterwards.
Well, I told you I was bulking up. You know, this is now I can officially lose my weight. You know, which. By the way, I seen a bunch of former players, and they saw me, and they said, oh, you look like you getting big. So when that happens, now I know it's like really time to really lock in.
Just like when you saw Mike Doss at the wedding, and then that happened. Oh, no.
Mike's out. Mike, I don't hold with Mike said. Roy Hall, by the way, I seen Roy Hall at the camps, and he was like, oh, you got to stop this. Like, you. He said, what, you 240? I said, I'm 250.
Listen. As someone who wants to defend you here, I've got something. I could say something. I'm not going to say anything. What a worse version of me would say is like, hey, maybe don't fall on Ted Ginn's leg, and we can talk about who needs to lose weight. Okay? Maybe that's what we can do. All right, let's just calm down.
Roy said,
I appreciate all the inspiration you're giving the kids. That's good. I love that. That's good. Just calm down about.
Roy said,
I'm going to defend you there because you did win a national championship.
Thank you.
I'm just going to say that. Okay, that's enough of that.
Roy said that he's like. That's the thing. He said, look, you 250 now. The football season coming. You're going to be on the move all the time. He said, you're going to easily get to like 270. And I'm like, nah, that's not happening.
By the way, do you know the backflips I would do if I got to 270? I would be naked in here. I would be running around parading if I got to 270.
If I at 270, first of all, 260 is like, all right, this is enough. 260, I'll starve myself. But anyways, we ended up doing the Popeyes. Then I was just exhausted. I was out of energy when I got to the softball fields, but somehow, some way, I was able to muster up enough strength to send that thing over the fence. And when I hit that ball and it took off, I said, "Oh my goodness, I think I did this."
Well, you knew. I'll tell you what, because you turned around before you even started trotting the bases. You started shaving your face.
I should have Steph Curry'd the thing. I should, as soon as I made contact, turned around and did it.
Yeah,
it would have been better content.
Yeah. So that's all right. I need to get an official ruling on this. So do I have to shave my face even though it didn't clear the wall?
Yes, that's a home run. We said home run. That's the word.
That's what. But I know. But I thought it was like the adult version, not the the grown up version, not the.
You gotta ask all these questions. I feel
home run.
I feel bad for your kids because they've never seen you without a beard.
Yeah, this is you're ruining my family. Just so you know. I'm gonna come home. They're all gonna be in tears. They're gonna be, what happened to Daddy?
At least yours is older and understand. Like mine's would be like.
I think my 5-year-old may have trouble with. I actually think my 14-year-old is probably gonna be like, I don't know what to do here. Like this is. I haven't seen you.
Might
like
be
this.
The cool dad again. You know.
I don't think you people understand. Like. I'm not sure if I have a chin or not because I know.
I think I have a booty
like
chin.
Years ago, I didn't have that. Years ago, when I didn't wear a beard, I remember thinking my chin is not as defined. This hides a lot of jawline. You will find out just how effed up this jawline is when we get this off. I don't know that you want to see that. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
My wife was rooting against me. She wants me to shave my beard so bad.
Oh.
But like she wants me to shave like this part. She wants me to keep the goatee, but she wants me to shave.
No, you gotta shave the whole thing. I'm gonna shave the whole thing.
I said, no, I would just be like straight mustache. She said, oh, I try that too. I like to see you like that too. And I'm like, yeah.
I will shave the whole thing. I will honor my bet. I didn't realize what I was getting into. But that's fine. I'm a man of my word. I will do it.
Is Common Man shaving it?
See, I don't even know where that happened. Because then it became like, Common Man's going to shave it, and it's going to be your pubes, too. And I'm like, where did this happen? Like, what? Who's making these bets? I said I would shave my beard off, and then I get messages like, which Common Man coming to your house? It's like, what? And then he's even like, when did I get roped into this? I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, Promotions has their own ideas on how we're doing this, I guess. So, yeah. We're going to figure this out. On the show today, I got to figure out the actual time and date of when I'm shaving this, because I will do a big unveil. We'll make it happen.
I'm not going to recognize. I'm going to be like the kids. I ain't going to recognize you either.
You're going to just be like, Daddy, what happened?
You're going to come here. I'm like, who is this man?
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of guys with beards, Scotty Scheffler, British Open. He was pretty good. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. We are watching just one crash right now. The left lane blocked on 23 northbound right at Rothmel Road. Slight delays building as you come into 270. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad. I've been taking the low T treatment at Tri-State Men's Health for a little under a year now. So I was really just struggling with finding the energy to accomplish the things I wanted to do every day. By the end of the workday, I was very drained and tired and found it hard to concentrate and get my job done, and was looking for something to kind of get that edge back. Once I started taking the treatment, I felt probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks more energy. And the thing that really I noticed right away was sleeping. Now I get a solid 8 hours. You know, I'm going on vacation. I'm enjoying myself. So men out there, if you're struggling with any of the symptoms I was, low energy, brain fog, lack of sleep, I would highly recommend you call Tri-State Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Chad. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Make your next shopping trip a good deal better with the Meijer 7 for 7 sale. Pay just $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more of over 1,000 participating items, like select varieties of Meijer frozen personal pizzas, extra large avocados, select varieties of Chobani Greek yogurt, and Meijer essential paper towels. Getting more for your money with the Meijer 7 for 7 sale. That's the save to bundle good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Polaris can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a HitTrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport at Polaris Fashion Place. Grand opening celebration August 15th through August 17th.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Save big money on your roofing project at Menards with Owens Corning Shingles. Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements and enhances the appearance of your home's exterior. Owens Corning Duration Shingles offer ultimate protection and impressive curb appeal. Choose from 24 colors of Owens Corning Duration Shingles on sale now at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday mornings starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever. Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, you know, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
I love my public school. My teachers are awesome. And everyone who works here makes sure I have what I need to learn and be my best. My classmates and I need your support too. Please stand with the Ohio Education Association to ask for the fully funded public schools every kid deserves.
Ohio's public schools are the heart of our communities. They're safe, welcoming learning environments where everyone can thrive.
Because in Ohio, public education matters.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens with your latest forecast. A stretch of quiet weather across the region to kick off this week. Could see a little bit of patchy fog early, then burning off to sunny skies. Temperatures in the mid-80s this afternoon. As we head toward tomorrow, more sunshine, more mid-80s. Temperatures back up near 90 by the time we head toward Wednesday, with rain chances holding off for the first half of the week. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. See it on our sky cam. Looks like a nice little sunrise for us this morning. Hopefully clouds stay away. I know we had some rain over the weekend. It's been one of the rainier, they said, May and June, now in July. That's that time span. I think they said we had somewhere like 14 or 15 inches more rain this time between that span that we did last year because we had a drought. So
everybody felt it this year too, and
yeah,
it's been a problem. This summer hasn't been like typical summers. Like I feel like we didn't ever have 100-degree day, did we?
Well, we had remember we had 60s. Around Memorial Day,
it was just shot up to 80s.
Then it was up into 80s, 90s. Yeah. And the last month, it feels like we've been living near the 90s or 88. Now this month, or this week coming up, I saw it's all supposed to be 85, 84, I feel 82. And it's that's summer to me around here. That's what summer.
Summer, to me, when I was a kid, those 100-degree days. Those not. I remember just being a kid and being like, it's 100 degrees. I'm still going outside and playing.
That's right.
Now you tell me it's 100 degrees. I ain't leaving the house.
It's a constant battle in our house because the kids always. My youngest wants to go outside all the time, and I'm like, well, it is 98, and it's more about I have to sit out there because she's 5, and she was playing She likes to. By the way, over the weekend, shout out to Abigail. Learned to ride her bike with no training wheels this weekend. So now she is terror on wheels.
You're a 5-year-old?
Yeah. She went from riding no bike, like no training wheels, all that stuff. I took them off a week ago. She maybe tried once or twice for like 5 minutes, got frustrated with it, stopped. Then Saturday morning, she was just like, I'm doing it. And within 15 minutes, she went from not being able to do it to just riding around the neighborhood like a bat out of hell. It was crazy.
Now that's all she wanted to.
Yeah.
Was it anything you did? Because my 6-year-old can't ride her bike yet without training wheels, and she's convinced that it's my fault, which it probably is. So any advice?
No, I actually told her not to do it because I just didn't want to have to deal with all the complaining. And then I finally was like, fine. I took him off, and within 5 minutes, she was like, oh, like this, Daddy. And I'm like, well, I told you it's going to suck. Because you don't know how to do it. Like yelling at her. And then.
I'm in the same boat. So.
No, what I did was I raised her seat a little bit and I inflated the tires to make sure they were like as full of air as possible. And apparently that did it for her. I don't know I don't know how that happened, but that apparently got her going. So if that's any help to you, give that a shot. So I have no idea.
More yelling and complaining will motivate her to ride the bike.
Well, it's more like the passive aggressive thing where you're just like, yeah, I don't think you want to ride a bike, honestly. Most of the kids who want to ride bikes don't have training wheels. That's what I'd say.
That's
and then
fair.
and then they start going, wait, no, I got to prove him wrong.
Well,
you develop therapy bills later on for that, but for now, it'll get her riding the bike quicker.
You know what though? I've been meaning to rant about this. Today, the kids today don't even pedal bikes. They use electric bikes, which I didn't know this was a thing until like maybe a couple months ago. Like,
yeah,
they will not like pedal the thing. Like they literally it's
an e-bike.
What is that? What is that?
Dude.
So you don't even need to teach the kid how to ride a bike no more because
I saw this
they do an e-bike.
In our neighborhood, we have the kids who have the scooters that have motors in them. And they have the e-bikes where the kids are just sitting on there riding it. And it's going like 60 miles an hour.
Yes.
Dude. I'm like, no helmet. Yes. I'm like, you're riding a motorcycle, essentially. Yes. Put a helmet on. But then that's when I realized I'm starting to become the old man.
And I realized that as well.
Because I'm like, the kids these days don't even pedal. And I'm just getting mad. And the kids are just enjoying themselves. Meanwhile, those kids probably are like at lacrosse practice 4 days a week. And they're like out there.
They can pedal a bike. Like,
I understand that. But in my mind, it's like all they're doing is sitting on their video games. And they're not doing it. And I'm getting mad. And it's like, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe this is their active recovery they're doing from their
No, it was free exercise to sit there and pedal that bike.
Oh, I know.
With the pegs on it and all, like they don't even use them type of bikes no more.
We don't even have pegs. We
back in the day, you go pick up your friends.
Category.
One to ride on the handlebars, the other ride on the pegs, and we just go cruising down the street to get to the park.
You see, part of the reason why I feel like my daughter is not learning how to ride the bike is because my brother bought her like a toy Vespa, essentially.
Oh.
So once she just like, oh, I can't do this, I'll just hop on the Vespa and we'll go to the park, and she can
balance on that.
No, it doesn't. It
doesn't need balance.
It doesn't need balance.
I thought maybe that was the thing.
She just hops on and presses the pedal, and it takes her to the park.
Yeah. The youngest is all about, I need to follow my bigger sisters as they ride their bikes around. And she couldn't do that with it. Now she's flying. So I'm just waiting for
You see, that's probably part of it too. Gianna's an only child, my daughter.
Yeah, there's no carrot out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of it. That's what happens. So Scotty Scheffler, he wins the British Open. Big win for him. And obviously he has been playing out of his mind. He was just dominant pretty much all weekend. At one point, I think he was up 10 strokes because there was a part where like
they should have just ended it right there.
No, he was putting out of his mind. I had it on yesterday and they were talking about how at one point he went 33 holes. I think it was 33 or 34 holes without making either par or birdie or better than that. like had no bogeys for like 33, 34 straight holes.
What do you, if you on that tour, like, are you at that event? Like, what do you say? Like, I be sitting there like, what am I supposed to do? I'm playing my best golf, and this man's sitting over here birdieing these things. Like, come on, man.
I can't remember who it was. It was one of the guys who was like, just like a good player, but not. It wasn't Rory who said this.
I think it was Xander Schauffele who you're referring to.
If you think, where they asked him because he was 9 under going into that last round, and he was second, tied with second with a bunch of other guys. And they said, "All right, you played awesome. You played out of your mind. What do you have to do tomorrow to catch Scotty Scheffler?" And he was like, I don't know. Probably he's like, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just literally going to play the best round I can. There's probably no chance I'm going to catch him, but I'm just going to play the best round I can and not worry about that because there's like literally nothing I can do about this man because he's just on another planet right now.
You got to go hole in one them.
Yeah. So I saw this quote from Scotty Scheffler I enjoyed very much. This is him talking about his love for being like not famous, even though he is now a very famous golfer.
I've said it for a long time. Golf is not how I identify myself. I don't identify myself by winning tournaments, chasing trophies, being famous or whatever it is. Like when I go home, if I go to there's 2 Chipotles that I eat at home. There's one, well, actually not really one anymore. There's one right where I grew up. It's kind of near SMU's campus. If I was to go to that Chipotle and try to eat nowadays, it would be very difficult for me. There's another one in a different part of town that I'm not going to tell you where it is. But if I go there, nobody recognizes me ever. And so famous is just one of those things. It's like in some circles, like right now I'm the best player in the world. This week I was the best player in the world. I'm sitting here with the trophy. We're going to start all over in Memphis, back to even par. The show goes on.
That's it. Very even keeled. Low key, you might even say.
He just admitted that he gets his Chipotle in the hood. That's what I heard. That's exactly what he just said. He got to go to the hood to get his Chipotle.
He goes to one of those authentic Chipotles.
They be walking in. Nobody know who he is. Probably nobody down here know who he is.
Yeah, the one over by the golf course. Everyone knows him. That's
you know going down the way.
It's an insightful comment by you, Tyvis.
I'm just saying. You go down the way, ain't nobody gonna know who he is.
I respect though the idea of I just want to go in there and be myself and not have to think about that as a local celebrity. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been accosted at a Chipotle. That is all tongue in cheek, folks.
But when you shave your beard, no one's gonna recognize.
That's why
you
I'm gonna do it, because then no one will know who I am anymore. They'll be like, who is this round dough-faced pasty man that's come in here? Half his face looks like a tomato, half of it looks like pizza dough. I'm not sure what to make of this guy.
What if you like the look? Will you keep it?
Sure, but I don't think I will. This is the opposite of Men's Warehouse. You're not going to like the way you look.
The worst
Let me
part
tell you.
is when it starts to grow back, the itchiness.
Oh, I'm fully, I know.
That's the part.
I'm fully anticipating all that. I've done it before. I'll do it again. But my wife even was like, you did what? When she found out that I made this bet with you. And I'm like,
I found out that neither one of our wives knew about this bet.
Well, that shows you how much they're listening. Thanks for the support, guys.
Yeah.
Clip that in 2 minutes. The Reds are in play and doing good things. You'll hear from one of their players who had something to say to management, it appears, in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Crash we're still keeping our eyes on the south side. 23 northbound, the left lane blocked off right at Rothmel Road as you're pushing into 270. Some slight delays building this morning. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
Rates as low as 5.54% APR and a $400 cash bonus when you refinance your auto loan with BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit bmifcu.org/refinance.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
It's time. Time for the pro to get everything for the job delivered. Large orders of lumber, doors, windows, paint, plumbing, anything the job needs, all from one partner. Get it today with same-day delivery. Get it tomorrow with next-day delivery on 50,000 plus products. Or get it on your timeline with scheduled delivery on everything from framing to flooring. It's time to get your whole job, all your jobs delivered. Ask about all our new delivery options at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County fire station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400 with the Prime Sports Ohio app.
Reds took 2 out of 3 from the Mets in New York. The Mets are one of the best home teams when it comes to home record in Major League Baseball. Emilio Pagan, after their win on Saturday, before their game Sunday, they had taken the first 2 games. Emilio Pagan had this to say for the Reds.
This is they got the best home record in the game. Yeah. So for us to come in here like this and take the series, the first 2 games with a chance to go for the sweep tomorrow, this is what we talked about. We talked about coming out of the break hot. And, trying to force the organization's hand to go get some help for us and see what we can do for the Reds fans and try and do something special.
I mean, I don't blame him at all for feeling that way. I think it's cool to hear him say that, though. If I'm a Reds fan, I'm pumping my fist to that, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I think they've been playing some really good ball lately. And they 2.5 games out of that wild card spot?
Yeah.
With only San Francisco, who's 2.5 games out, and the Padres currently have the spot. So they're in a really good close run right now. If I was them, I'd probably consider, being a buyer at the deadline if they can.
I think they have to be
for my Guardians. We got some. We got a clown.
We'll get to them. We'll get to them because there's some stuff going on there too. But yeah, when you look at the wild card picture, like you said, Reds are amongst a gaggle of teams, right? The Cardinals still have a shot. Diamondbacks have an outside chance at it. Yeah, I mean, and the Brewers and the Mets are who they're chasing right now. But taking 2 out of 3 from the Mets is definitely. That's the type of thing they should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, it directly impacts them. Anytime they could go up against a team that's above them in the standings and you can directly impact the games, you definitely got to take advantage of that. And, winning 2 out of 3 definitely gets that done. So they just got to continue to, guys are getting healthy. Pitchers are getting healthy. Guys are starting to hit the ball a little bit better. They continue to play like this. I don't see why they can't make it. It'd be nice to at least make one Ohio team make the playoffs.
Well, that's fair enough. Yeah. The Guardians, it's funny. We're talking about them like this. The Guardians are 4.5 out of a wild card spot.
Yeah, but it's a lot of teams in between now.
It is. And the expectations that you've had for this Guardians team coming into this season, the Reds, it was like, boy, it'd be really nice if they could take that step towards making the playoffs. Feels like they're getting better. They have a good young core. They've got a good rotation. Guardians, on the other hand, it's like this is a team that had high expectations of we made it all the way to the ALCS last year. We should be in this discussion again. And now you're talking about
we conned ourselves. We should have known, and once they made the offseason moves that they made, we should have known how this season was going to be. It's just the guys that you were depending on to step up just have it, and the pitching has been kind of funky. Now, Gavin Williams played lights out yesterday. He had like 11 strikeouts. But like Tanner Bybee, like he's been too hot and cold. Gavin Williams is hot and cold. The starting pitching just hasn't been consistent as it once was. And that used to be the strength of the Guardians. It was their starting pitcher and their bullpen was always going to be good. And they can hit the singles and the doubles and be able to win those games like that. But now it's if the pitching is going to be kind of weird like it's been, and the only person that's consistent is Jose. Jose has consistently put the team on his back these past couple of games where he's just hitting a home run and just trying to do everything he can to win. And it's been helping. It's been working.
Even yesterday, that lineup they put out there looked like a Clippers lineup.
I know.
No offense to the Clippers, but I mean, it looked like a lot of dudes where you're like, wait, who?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
But they got it done. Now they're playing the A's.
Yeah, I said they're playing the A's.
But they won. They took the series 2 out of 3. They're 8 out of they've won 8 out of their last 10. Like we talked about, after they played the Astros and they swept the Astros, we said, all right, the schedule opens up nicely here. And who do they have next?
The Orioles. Timmy's Orioles.
Bad. Right? They've been bad. So, like, this is where you have to start making your moves. Obviously, you're not catching the Tigers, but it's all about that wild card spot. So you have to do what you can to just stay in that mix. By the way, also, I know it's in the news. We're not going to touch on it a ton, but there were some well, I don't even know. The president of the United States yesterday said he wants the Guardians to change their name back to the Indians. You can feel about that how you want to. I saw that Chris Antonetti, the president of baseball ops, had the following to say, which was essentially, yeah, we've really enjoyed the name change and we've spent 4 years building that brand, and we're excited to move forward with that. So if you are someone who's hoping that they will change their name back, it doesn't sound like that's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe they'll get some political pressure put on them. I have no idea. I know the president made some references to like the Dolan family, because I forget if it's Matt Dolan or which Dolan it is that ran for office. And he said, yeah, that's why you lost, because you changed the name of the team. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really care. The point is,
it's crazy that this is still like a thing. Like, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking. I had my Guardians cap on, and they was like, it's the Indians. And I'm like,
okay,
whatever. Like, like at this point, it's like, it's been, what has it been, like 3 or 4 years like now? So like, all right.
Let me say this. I can't tell any individual just on that name change specifically. I'm not getting into all the political stuff with the president or whatever else. That's for some other show. It's not this show. But what I will say about if you are a Cleveland sports fan who has 4 years, you had all the Chief Wahoo gear, you had all the stuff, because that was the logo, you bought stuff. You're a fan of it. I have always said, I don't blame you for wearing it. No. I mean, personally, if I were an Indians/Guardians fan, there's no way I would wear that. For me, because I would just look at it and go, yeah, I'm good. I don't need that logo. I don't feel like I've heard too many things from too many people who that logo is supposedly depicting who say that's offensive. Like Native Americans have said it's offensive. Fine. I'll respect what they said. If you feel like, yeah, but I have a connection to it that's different. My dad bought me this hat and he's gone now. Fine. I can understand there are reasons for people who may still want to wear that hat. It has nothing to do with racism or anything else. What I will say is I find it odd when people who want that logo to come back will find like one person who's Native American who will say, I don't have a problem with it. And they will go, see, there you go. And I think that's the part where I'm like, that one human who may have, heritage as a Native American doesn't speak for everyone who is a Native American. Go back in the history of the United States, that's kind of been a problem around here, is where it's like, well, we talked to this one guy, he said we could live here. And it's like, that guy didn't represent all the Native Americans. And now you're living where they are and they want to kill you. Like, that's the problem, is we're assuming that one person speaks for everyone, and they don't. Just the same as if someone asked me, hey, T-Bone, how do fat, redheaded / white-bearded goofballs on the radio feel about this particular topic? I can't speak for the rest of them. I can only speak for myself. So don't lump me into that category and say, one person said this, everyone's okay with it. That's not how it should work. So let's put that argument aside. Let's have a discussion about it from a rational standpoint. But just know most Native Americans who've been asked about this very strongly say, yeah, at least with the Indians, Chief Wahoo specifically, that was an offensive logo and they didn't like it. Can we at least acknowledge that part and then move on from there as far as how this goes? I think we should be able to do that.
I got a logo that I wear on my hat all the time.
Well, that one that you have, which I also am like, that's good for you to wear. By all means.
I see nothing wrong with it.
You can wear it if you want to. I'm not going to wear it.
You can wear it, T-Bone. I won't say nothing to you. I got some extras.
But you don't speak for everyone. And if I wear that hat and then you're not around and someone's hey, I have a problem with that, I'll be like, no, don't worry.
They're going to look at it like, oh, you supporting the cause. Okay. You know what? You and Scotty Scheffler can wear it. You and Scotty.
It's always a great argument that my fellow whites make, where it's like, my black friend said it's fine. That's not usually good. I'm just gonna tell you, Tyvis. I don't know if you've ever tried that one. It doesn't work. Doesn't go well. Just for what it's worth. All right, Pat Mahomes may have some reinforcements coming. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Still watching a couple issues out there. 23 northbound on the south side. We've got the left lane blocked off near Rothmel Road. Pushing into 270, some slight delays over there. And then I-70 eastbound right near Alum Creek Drive. Watch for the left lane blocked off because of a disabled vehicle. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Your neighborhood Kroger Pharmacy is happy to welcome back Express Scripts Medicare D and TRICARE Department of Defense Plan members. It's easy to transfer prescriptions at Kroger.com/payer update. See your Kroger Pharmacy for details.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
A Reds Hall of Famer made his Major League debut on this July 21st back in 1977. Mario Soto, who would become one of the best pitchers in Reds history. Mario was 21 when he debuted in relief against the Pirates. He signed with the Reds at the age of 18 out of the Dominican Republic. And like a lot of young pitchers, it took a few years to become comfortable in the major leagues. But by 1981, he was a regular in the Reds rotation. He chalked up 100 wins for the Reds in his 12-year career, made 3 All-Star teams, and finished second in the Cy Young in 1983. Mario Soto's Major League career begins this July 21st, 1977. This date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Dropping just 25 pounds with Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. Now, I'm not Bryce and a mad scientist, but that sounds good. It's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards every swing. But from personal experience, lose 75 pounds like me, and it's next level distance. Way better consistency, energy, and mood, especially on the back nine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with Awaken 180-degree weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
It's been warm out this summer. Maybe you've noticed your air conditioning's running more than you thought. Maybe you sat by the window and realized, oh man, it's warm by these windows. That's because they're not sealed up properly. They're not efficient. Energy inefficient windows can cost you with heating and cooling bills all throughout the year. And especially now in the summer, you want to keep that cold air in your house. That helps when you have better windows. And you can get those from Window Nation, one of the most efficient windows out there. They've got a great deal for you now. 50% off all window styles this month. So we're only, 9 days from the end of the month? Got to make sure you get those in. 50% off all window styles, 0 interest for 5 years. That's right, no interest until 2030. So you've got time. You can get these windows in your house. You can get them paid off. You can feel better about it in the short term and the long term with Window Nation. Go check them out now. 866-90Nation or go to windownation.com. That's 866-90Nation or windownation.com. Again, 50% off all window styles and no interest for 5 years. Great deal. Get it done today from Window Nation. Saw that Rashee Rice, who had the auto racing incident, which is not usually something I'm too concerned about, except when you're auto racing on the freeway, that's not exactly the best recipe for success. Judge came down with the ruling for him. Former Chiefs wide receiver, I guess current Chiefs wide receiver. He is going to be having to serve 30 days in jail sometime over the next 5 years. He has 5 years probation, suspended sentence that I guess at some point he will have to serve in jail. It's 30 days. It's not exactly a short amount of time. However,
can he break it up? Like some people go to jail for the weekends.
You know what? I didn't even know that was a thing until a few years ago.
You go to jail
Talking with a friend of mine about it, and he was like, oh, yeah, I did that. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, go to jail.
Go to jail for the weekend. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But so I don't know if he'll do it that way or if he'll just be in the offseason, let me take 30 days and just get it out of the way. I don't know. But in either case, the NFL now has to decide. They like to wait until these criminal proceedings are done. If there is sufficient evidence, they like to wait for that all to be done. Then they put their ruling out there. So he is probably facing I would think at least a 4 to 6 game suspension, if not more like 10 or 12.
Did he get suspended last year or did he get hurt last year?
I can't remember if he was hurt or not last year. But I feel he wasn't playing last year, right?
No, he didn't.
If you didn't see the video of this when it happened, I mean, this is a while ago, but he and some buddies were in 2 different cars racing through the streets, I believe, of Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like it was a Texas city. In either case, that's where the trial was in Dallas. That's why I think it was there. He had a crash that happened, and then the video from someone else's dash cam clearly showed him and a couple other guys in one of the cars hop out of the car and immediately leave. And you can't do that. Shouldn't be racing anyway. Thankfully, I don't know the severity of all the injuries that occurred, but, it could have been a lot worse than it was. Thankfully for him and everybody else involved that lived through that, they made it through, but that doesn't mean it's okay just because, there weren't mass casualties to this. You got to be careful on the roads. He's obviously going to have to pay some kind of penalty for that. The judge told him what it is from the outside world. Now Roger Goodell and the NFL decide what they're going to do with him, but
yeah, and he did. He did get hurt last year. He had
so he wanted to serve the suspension last year if they decided to do it that way. I don't know, or maybe they would have kept him on the commissioner's exempt list.
No, because he played in the beginning. He played like 4 games, and then he got hurt week 4 with an injury that took him out for the rest of the year.
Okay.
So.
Well, then in that case, we'll see. We'll see what the suspension is now that we have this concrete evidence of what he did, the penalty. But the other side of that is, another way to look at it is, probably the last half of the season, he will mostly be available. Mm-hmm. He will obviously have a goal to get back on the field and be healthy and ready to go. How effective he'll be after that injury will remain to be seen. I mean, I would think for Pat Mahomes, that's a huge weapon to get back in the second half of the year. That means ready for the playoffs, that kind of thing.
That's still, but he could be a guy that hasn't played football in some time. You know, it's obviously he'll have a preseason this year because they don't serve their suspensions until after the preseason's over. But you know, he'll be able to, you know, get his footing back. But that first game, I'm not expecting him to come out and just be lights out. Like, I think it's going to take him a couple of weeks. And depending on how long his suspension is, and I don't know what the Chiefs situation going to be this year, it could be a problem. Could be a big problem.
Yeah. He had 79 catches his rookie season 2023, almost 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. But I don't think the Chiefs really have someone that replace. It's not like I don't think anybody else is really separated for the Chiefs wide receivers who's come in and said, oh, yeah, well, they've got a replacement for Rashee Rice. Like, if he continues, it was only 1 year that you really got to see what he could do. If you give him a couple more years of that level of production and he grows from it, I mean, with Pat Mahomes, you would think that's kind of the weapon they need and that he's been missing a little bit. But
yeah, I mean, last year they ended up picking up DeAndre Hopkins, who kind of fulfilled that role for him. You know, you got Xavier Worthy, who you took, you know, I think was your first round pick, right?
Yeah.
Took him. So that's a guy that can stretch the field. Hollywood Brown, you know, if he still got a little juice left, but Rashee Rice is kind of like their possession receiver, that guy that gets things done. And right now, when you look at their roster, I don't really see that type of guy now on their roster, which could be a problem. You know, hopefully Xavier Worthy takes the next step in his career, and they're able to get some things done. But
but again, last year I don't think anybody would say Xavier Worthy like made you forget about Rashee Rice, like by any stretch.
No,
so, like,
none of them did. None of their receivers did.
So I think that's, to me, going to be an interesting question. And I know, like, from a fantasy football perspective, there have been so many blogs written since this came down of like, all right, where do you draft this guy? Because that whole facet of it is interesting too, right? Guys concerned about, could you add that, you know, in your draft? Could you have him as possibly a guy? But if he's out for 10 games, I don't know if that's worth it. But someone in your league will probably take him if you're in one.
Yeah, if he's like a last pick of the draft, you probably take him at the last pick. Like, put him on the suspended list and then pick somebody up in free agency.
What I know is my worst nightmare, because again, I'm not the biggest Chiefs hater in the world, but I'm not like
you a
rooting.
Chiefs hater?
Yeah, I'm not rooting for him.
Why?
Because when I'm a hater. Like when
that's not good.
When Michael Jordan,
I just want you to know that that's
winning,
not a good thing.
When Michael Jordan was winning the three-peat, the first one,
you hated on it.
Well, like the first when he beat the Lakers, I was, as a kid, I'm like, yay, Michael Jordan's winning. I like the Bulls uniforms; they look cool. Then the second one happened, and I'm like, oh, okay, the Trailblazers beat them. Yeah, Jordan did the shrug. I was watching that game live when he looked at the announce table and did the like, what do you want? I don't know. That third one was where I was like, all right, somebody else can win now. I'm good.
Oh, and so that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
So you like parody.
I like to see, I like interesting, different stories.
Well, that's going to happen in the NBA more often because that safe second apron tax.
I know.
Which, by the way, you know the Cavs is the only second apron second apron tax team.
Yeah.
The Cavs better win one this year or next year.
Every story I read about the Cavs is like, yeah, they'd like to sign this guy. They can't.
Nope, can't do nothing. I didn't realize that.
Like this guy, they can't sign him. He's got the second apron.
Who was it? It was them and maybe Phoenix, right? Was the only two. So. They traded Bill, and it was like, oh yeah, well we good.
Yeah, right. And then did I see James Harden took less money so Bradley Beal could join the Clippers?
Did he really do that?
I thought I saw that he reworked his deal.
I've never been a Bradley Beal fan. Like I don't know.
The league has, there's guys in NBA front offices that are, though. I'll tell you what, they keep paying that guy.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't either. But anyway,
he was good on a bad Washington team. Like don't get me wrong. I mean, he averages 18, so it's not like he a bum or anything.
No, he's not. But I'll tell you this, going back to the NFL, if the Chiefs get Rashee Rice and he comes out flying, that's going to be dangerous. Because their defense is always good, but if Pat Mahomes has him back as a weapon and now all those other guys bump down a notch on the importance scale of when he's looking around, I wouldn't want to go against that offense is what I'm saying. If Rashee Rice is back to being himself.
I think it's going to be a while. I wouldn't expect him to be like lights out this year.
T-Bone, you can hate on the Chiefs, but if you start coming in here on Monday saying that the NFL is rigged and scripted that the officials are out for the Chiefs, then I might have to quit the show.
Last year, it was just a lot. It was some funny things going on around the Chiefs last year. So
I always am the person who looks at the refereeing and says, it's not a conspiracy. They're bad. This is the conspiracy. They're dumb. Like, people are dumb. Like that. that's the easier explanation 90% of the time is that either they're dumb or they miss something because they're humans. So, like, now I do think sometimes when the crowd noise and it's Pat Mahomes and, like, they know the reputation, I think reputation plays in a little bit. I don't think the refs go in going, we have to give the Chiefs this game. I think they get influenced during the game by, Pat Mahomes gets a little bit more of a call than, say, other guys do. I do think that, but I don't think it's because they're like, we want him to win. It's because they're flawed humans who are standing there going, yeah, I think that was it. And they missed it. They didn't see it. They were overwhelmed by the sheer brilliance of the Chiefs, I guess. That's where I typically come down. All right. Big loss for former OSU players who want to get paid for their name, image, and likeness. I don't know anybody like that. I don't know. That could be. We'll tell you about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, happy Monday to you. Right now, a couple issues out there. 23 northbound near Rothmel Road. We've got crews working to clear out a crash in the left lane. Some slight delays building as you come in from the south side. And then I-70 eastbound just past Alum Creek Drive. We do have the left lane blocked off over there due to an issue as well. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Mark your calendars for Diamond Seller's Wedding Weekend, July 25th and 26th. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Seller. Wedding Weekend is back with incredible offers you won't want to miss. Enjoy buy one, get one half off wedding bands, 20% off diamond anniversary bands, and 10% off handcrafted custom bridal. We've had the guaranteed best price and an unmatched selection for over 78 years. Choose a jeweler you can trust and come see us July 25th and 26th at Diamond Seller on Salma Road or at Easton Town Center.
Is that knee, hip, or shoulder pain not getting any better? Are you stuck in a cycle of steroid shots and now they're talking surgery? Before you go down that road, hit pause for a second. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell, and I want to tell you about something that helped a lot of people get their lives back without more meds and without going under the knife. It's QC Kinetics, leaders in regenerative medicine using treatments like advanced cellular therapy and a platelet-rich plasma, all designed to actually help your body heal itself. No masking the pain. This goes to the root of the problem. Their cellular treatment contains growth factors and healing properties to maximize your own body's ability to heal itself. And this is critical. 92% of patients report satisfaction with their results. Real results that let you move easier and live better. It doesn't cost anything for a second opinion. Learn more about something that could be life-changing. A licensed medical provider will go over your x-rays and MRIs and see if you're a good fit for these breakthrough treatments. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Friday, July 25th is Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair. Visit the Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, the Department of Insurance, and other state agency booths. Come learn about mental health resources available to you and to your family. Join us on Friday, July 25th for Recovery Ohio's Mental Health Day at the Ohio State Fair.
Get everything for your next project at Menards and save big money. We carry everything to help you breathe easier. Allergen air filters help prevent seasonal allergy symptoms and improve your indoor air quality by capturing microparticles while allowing maximum airflow. Save big on allergen air filters when you shop at Menards. View the weekly flyer and all of our great deals happening this week on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Leslie, what's that hot lamp against your window for?
Pella windows are tested up to 160 degrees Wilson to ensure efficiency and the lowest energy bills possible, even in the craziest of temperatures. Put your hand on there.
All right. God, that's hot.
On the window, Wilson.
Oh, hey, that is quite nice and cool. So I'm going to go grab some ice now.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rated #1 for innovation at PellaColumbus.com.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenics Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BODY to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenics Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenics Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BODY to 321-321. That's BODY to 321-321.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Scotty Scheffler has won another major. This time it's the Open Championship. Scheffler carded a 68 yesterday and cruised to a 4-stroke victory, shooting 17 under for the tournament to win his second major of the year and grab the third leg of a career Grand Slam. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, the Guardians were able to beat the Athletics 8-2 with help from a 4 RBI game from David Fry and a strong pitching performance from Gavin Williams. Williams went 7 innings strong, giving up just 1 run and striking out 11 batters. Up next for the Guards is a home series with the Baltimore Orioles. And finally, the Cincinnati Reds had their winning streak snapped by the New York Mets, losing 3-2 yesterday. The Redlegs will travel to D.C. next to start a series with the Washington Nationals tonight. You can catch coverage of that game over on ESPN Columbus. Coverage starts at 6:15. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Don't put off losing weight this summer. Reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You will be right there. Yes, if you're looking on YouTube, I still have my beard. Tyvis in the Cardale Jones softball game did hit a home run, much to my chagrin. We bet last week that if he hit a home run, I'd have to shave off the beard.
Who is this Tyvis you talking to? It's Ken Griffey III.
All right. They moved those fences into about like $150 for Ken Griffey to hit his home runs. Is that what they did?
They did. I mean, listen.
Well, how tall was that fence? 2.5 feet?
I hit the warning tracks.
After it rolled.
No, I didn't roll. It dropped right on the warning tracks. Boom.
Sure. I mean, you got a hold of it. I'll give you that. I didn't think you had that in you.
That's
was
sad that you. I told you I've been bulking up.
Yeah, I guess. But then I heard.
I had Popeyes. That was like a steroid injection. I had Popeyes. You ever, I didn't have a can of spinach.
Once I eat a little Popeyes, I too feel a little lift in my soul. I get it.
I had them 6 sweet and spicy wings. They put the extra sauce in there.
Oh
man!
Don't do that hand motion. That's bad for YouTube. We're gonna get banned. We're not gonna be able to monetize this. Got to calm down. That whole. I don't know what you were distributing literature to the. I don't know what you were doing there. How do you shake up wings? Yes, there's certain hand motions that work, certain ones that don't. So I came in today I needed clarification before I agreed to shave. I didn't realize that I thought I had to clear the full wall, not the little tight, baby fence that we put out there. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm acknowledging that I will have to shave this off. You did hit it far.
Thank you.
However, there's another wrinkle to this now that's occurred. Because our boss Fish came in during the break.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, don't shave yet. And I said, well, I have to pay off on the bet. I mean, I'm not going to shave in here, obviously. He said, well, no, hold on. Sales wants to get involved. So what that means in the radio land, if you're not aware, is that means now it's going to become like a drawn-out 2-week process of like, well, would you be able to do a 3-hour remote appearance at a hair-cutting place? And then would you let a former Bengals player who's not involved at all come out and shave it? It's like, why? What does this have to do? Like, they can occasionally. Sales does a good job for us. When it comes to promoting things, sometimes they just push us into areas where it's like, now we got to do all I want to do. I was going to shave my beard off to pay off on the bet.
It's so funny because it's gone so many different ways. Like, it was just shave it off. Then it was, well, we're going to shave it live. Then it was Common Man shave it.
Yeah, when did Common Man get involved?
Where did all this come from?
I literally thought, I got the text messages, and I initially thought, because I just saw the text, I didn't see the video. I initially thought, all right, well, I guess I'll just go in there and shave it off. Like, I was just going to go walk into the bathroom and shave it off right there. And then I said, let me see this video first. And I saw it, and I said, what the hell? He didn't even clear the fence. So then I had questions, and I thought, no, I'm going to wait, and we're going to talk about this. I'm going to find out what's going on here. So now that I've gotten to the bottom of it, I mean, I'm fine. I will shave it off. But then this is the new wrinkle. Now, Fish came in and said, sales wants to get involved. So here's what I know, folks. I've given them 24 hours. Tomorrow on the show, I will let you know when the shaving is. I didn't think to involve sales on this because I didn't think there would be a market for watch this fat idiot shave his beard off.
And this is a razor shave, correct?
Well, no. Well, hold on. Let me. Here's my plan. This is now again. I don't know if we're gonna have some local celebrity come in and shave my. I don't know. We're gonna get Angela Pace is gonna come in here and shave my face. I don't know. But like if it's me at home. The way I do, I have like clippers that will take it down really close. Mm-hmm. I will use those first to get it all the way down, and then I'll take the razor and I will shave. I'll put shaving cream on, and I'll shave it down bald, like 100% down.
Please make sure you video this so I can see it. If you do it from home.
My plan was to video like I'm not going to shave it all off at once. I was going to cut it down to like. First, I was going to do like a Mr. T thing. And then I thought I would go to like a goatee level thing. And then I thought maybe I could just get all of it except for the mustache so we can get that. And then eventually it's all gone. And you can see the various stages.
Are you literally shaving the mustache too?
Yeah, I'm shaving all the facial hairs coming off.
I didn't know that. I was just talking about just this part.
No, I'll shave the whole thing off. Now, then I have to let it. I mean, it's immediately growing back. I'm not, but I'll shave it all off for for this. And now, if that's how we're doing it, now if sales wants me to go out and be in a parking lot at Walmart doing it for a crowd of people, then I guess I have to do that.
The people in the chat want you to have Rimmer shave it.
Hello? Yes. Can you imagine just calling him? He's down in Florida, just saying, Rimmer, I need you to come up and shave me. You know what? He probably would. He loves the attention. He probably would. He'd come up here and do it.
Probably.
I don't trust him with a straight razor in any way, shape, or form. But that's a man who he shaves. He has to shave for being on TV all those years.
That's where
he takes care.
That would be the problem with me is that I've never shaved. So like, how would I have to shave? Like, I don't know how I would do it.
Well, I know that you don't just start with a razor on this. Like what you have or what I have.
I'm glad you would. I don't have to find out, but
you get the electric, like the beard trimmer. You trim it down as close as you can, and then you use the razor. Okay. That's the way I would do it because I think the other way would just be a lot tougher. You get a lot more. You'd clog up the razor. You gotta take your time with it.
Well, you tell you I don't know.
You ever shave your neck?
I can use the clippers with that.
Oh, that's how you do it. That's what I'm saying. I get it down to that level, and then I use the. So have you ever used like a straight razor, like a safety razor, like with the shaving cream and actually
on my face?
You've never done that?
No, that's what I'm telling you.
You've never shaved?
No.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That was the whole thing. Me and Bo Bishop had this conversation like a year ago.
I had no idea.
Like putting the cream on and shaving it. Like no, never in my life, never. It was either I didn't have it or when I got it, like I used the barber lined it up.
Oh
like
yeah.
Like,
with their.
Yeah, but like as far as like to applying cream with a razor, new.
Oh really?
New.
Oh yeah, that's you got. Well, I mean, I think now. You don't have to do this.
No, I'm not. My wife want to see me just with a mustache or just a goatee, and I'm just like, Yeah, no, I'm good. Like, I can't imagine myself without it now.
Now I got to be honest. I kind of want to shave you. Like, I got to.
Well, unfortunately, I won the bet here, so I ain't shaving nothing.
It's all right. There's other things to bet on.
I'm not going to lose.
Let's find some lines. What we got tonight? Prime Sportsbook. Do we have anything? Let's see.
I got the Guardians.
Okay, fine. Well, you know what? You got them against the Orioles, so that'll probably work out for you. That's fine. All right. We didn't get to this. We'll do it next. OSU players. There was a former OSU player who sued for name, image, and likeness, and he didn't get his way. And Tyvis, I know this is going to bum you out, but we'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, still watching a crash down on the south side on 23 northbound right at Rothmel Road. We've got the left lane blocked off and some delays building into 270. Also, 70 eastbound just past Alum Creek Drive. Crews clearing up an issue over there as well with the left lane blocked off. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan traffic.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life. And fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon, but be warned. There are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot. And not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financial incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Lenny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Hal Jeter, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value, and they have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you are being treated by the best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit ODA.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens with your latest forecast. A stretch of quiet weather across the region to kick off this week. Could see a little bit of patchy fog early, then burning off to sunny skies. Temperatures in the mid-80s this afternoon. As we head toward tomorrow, more sunshine, more mid-80s. Temperatures back up near 90 by the time we head toward Wednesday, with rain chances holding off the first half of the week. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Catch the podcast wherever you get podcasts. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. It's right there for you. You can add it, you can follow it, you can subscribe to it, whatever your app does. Just make sure you do that so you don't miss an episode. It all comes to you free of charge. T-Bone and Tyvis every day. Even if you don't get up at 6 with us, you can hear what we say at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whenever you get up. It's fine. I saw that some bad news for you, Tyvis, because I know you didn't get to cash in on the house settlement because it only goes back to players 2016 or later.
Yeah, I had that conversation this weekend, too.
Oh, you did?
I was talking
with some former players?
No, I was talking to some, it was some coaches at the at their pro camps at the Woody.
Cardale Jones and you did pro camps there. You did the Cardale softball game Saturday, all that. Right.
Yeah. So I was telling them, about, because they was like, yeah, isn't it a house settlement? Isn't guys going to get paid for, like, being in college a long time ago? And I'm like, not a long time ago, me and Cardale just so happened to miss the cut. Just so happened by 1 year to miss the cut. So, no, we ain't getting a thing.
I'm not laughing at your plight. I'm laughing at the fact that people are coming up to you going, oh, yeah, don't you get some of that money? And you're like, funny you should mention that. No, I don't. And I'm sorry that that's the way it went. It also is a little bit funny that it keeps coming up, but that's okay. TP, Terrell Pryor, though, he had a lawsuit. He's not the only one, but he was like the main name on it, suing the NCAA essentially for the same type of thing. Said that since he played for Ohio State from 2008 to 2010, he sued the NCAA and other defendants in October, accusing them of violating antitrust law by barring members of the school's sports teams from seeking to profit from the commercial use of their names, image, and likeness. The judge said, because generally, I guess in the antitrust law, if you go that route, generally you have about a 4-year window to bring up your claim. And then after that, it's really hard to get it even listened to by a judge. The judge said, well, Mr. Pryor knew the material facts underlying the antitrust claims long before the 4-year limitation period had run out. So they're saying he had opportunity, like in 2011 or 2012, to have brought this up, and he didn't. And that's why they're not going to listen to his claims. I find that frustrating if I were him, because the world of college football has changed so much from 2010 to 2025. Like, I think it's almost irrelevant to bring that up. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm saying, like, 2010, if I was sitting there 2011 thinking, man, I probably should have got paid for using my name, image, and likeness, I would have said, yeah, but that's probably never going to work. NCAA's too entrenched. There's no way they're ever going to do that. Now, don't you think any player would think they have an opportunity to do so because of how things have changed? Like, I know that's not how the law works. I'm just saying I get being frustrated if you're Terrell Pryor or some of these other former athletes like yourself saying, well, wait a second, we didn't know we could do this back then.
It's one of those things that I truly deep down feel that they made a deal with the world. Like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pay players back up to 2016. That's it. That's as far as we're going back. We're not going back no further than that. No matter who comes up with a claim, we ain't doing it. We're going to do we're doing, what is it, $2 billion, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We're going to take it all the way back to 2016 and beyond, and up till now. We're going to pay those guys out of that money. But like 2015, 2014, 2005, Tim Tebow, Reggie, all them, y'all missed out. It's not happening. So to me, I don't even try to fight the battle, because when I seen that settlement come out, I think the agreement in the settlement is this is as far as back as we going.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you that it's absurd that that's where it ends. Like, I think you could make the case. And isn't that what started the original thing that even got name, image, and likeness to be a thing in college sports? That was the O'Bannon lawsuit, because was it Ed O'Bannon, I want to say? Because there's Ed and Charles, I want to say, were the two brothers. I can't remember which one of them brought the lawsuit initially. Maybe it was both of them. But saying essentially they were in NCAA video games without their, authority, without anybody agreeing to it, and they're selling those games for a profit, and you're just using their name, image, and likeness. So that's where that all started.
And that's what got the game canceled.
That was before you played.
No, I was on it. I was on the last one.
Okay, but
which was Denard, right? Denard Robinson was on it. I think I was on that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think when did the O'Bannon lawsuit even happen? Because I want to say that happened before you would have played. You know what I mean? I think that lawsuit had at least been working its way through the courts for a while, because it took it a long time before it got up to the Supreme Court. And even then, it took it a while to get actually like, okay, now we're going to get a ruling on that. I feel like they filed that lawsuit a long time ago.
It began in 2009.
Okay. So like that's my point. Like that,
but it didn't end until basically 2015.
Yeah. So I'm saying there was a lawsuit out there prior to you playing, prior to Terrell Pryor playing, and then that is the lawsuit that eventually became why we now have name, image, and likeness. Anyway, it's just a weird situation where the judge says, yeah, he should have known better. And it's like, but nobody back then knew anything. No one would have thought that you could ever sue the NCAA and win.
And actually win it. Yeah.
Like this. Yeah.
I mean, you've seen so many people try it and lose. So it's like, it is what it is.
Speaking of getting paid, WNBA pissed off a lot of people over the weekend, apparently, by
them shirts. Pay us what you owe us.
Yeah. People were frustrated by that, because I've seen this argument made by a lot of people, which is, well, the WNBA doesn't turn a profit, air quotes, doesn't turn a profit. So therefore, the women playing in the WNBA should be happy with what they have. What I find odd about that is I've never seen anyone say that about people at a tech startup, because there are plenty of tech startups that never generate a profit for 5, 10, 15 years sometimes, but they have a business that generates revenue. Mm-hmm. Revenue and profit are two different things. So you can generate a lot of revenue and then put all that revenue back into developing your business, building your business, making it better. That is a weird argument to make, because I don't think you would ever say that like a lawyer for a tech company should get paid like a McDonald's employee, because like, well, you guys don't technically turn a profit yet. It's like, well, no, you want a lawyer, you hire the lawyer costs a certain fee, right? Mm-hmm. You want a professional basketball player, professional basketball players are paid a certain fee. I don't think the women's basketball WNBA players, I don't think most of them are saying we should be paid like LeBron James gets paid.
None of them. I think, and that's what I think gets confusing to a lot of people, is like they want NBA money, like they want like millions of dollars. No, that's not the case. I think they're making like $220,000 or something like that.
I think it's the largest salary.
They just want $700,000, like, or maybe close to $1 million, like that type of thing. I don't think their desire is not to make what the NBA. I mean, of course they would love to, but I don't think I think they're reasonable to understand. Like, we're not on that level yet. I think they realize that since there's getting I think it's a TV deal that's coming up, that's about to happen, and I think they want their share of that. That's it. All right, we want, like, we're not getting that now. Let's get our share of that TV revenue that we are helped to create or helped to build, and we know y'all got money now because y'all expanded in the WNBA. So there is money there, and they just want their fair share of that. That's what they're asking for.
That TV deal that you mentioned, here are the facts on that, okay? It's an 11-year, $2.2 billion TV deal that's already signed. It's happening. It's not like theoretical. It's already been agreed to by these TV networks. That means they're going to get $225 million a year the WNBA TV deal will go to that. You know what it is right now? $40 million a year. And this is one of the first times where it's ever been separately negotiated. Mm-hmm. So now you're going from $40 million a year to $225 million a year just in TV revenue.
Yeah.
Do we think jersey sales have increased at all in the last 5 years of the WNBA? I think they have. Like merchandise sales, T-shirt sales, all that. Caitlin Clark certainly has a lot to do with that.
Yep.
Okay. So there's those two things right there. Ticket sales, revenue from that's shooting through the roof. But the Golden State Valkyries, that's the expansion team that just started this year. They're actually doing very well.
They're doing well.
Yeah. Do you know what their owner, the LeCobes, I believe, who also own the Warriors, do you know what they paid as the expansion fee for their WNBA franchise?
$1 million.
No, it was a little more than that. It was $50 million.
Okay.
Do you know what the current valuation of that team is? If you wanted to buy a percentage of that team right now, what they would value the franchise at? And they have valued it at?
What?
$500 million.
So wait, whoa.
That
the
franchise,
Valkyries that just got here this season,
they are valued at $500 million.
But they only paid $50 to start it.
Yep. That's how quickly the valuation of the league has skyrocketed. The expansion fee for Cleveland and Detroit and all those teams, it's not $50 million, it's $250 million. So all I'm saying is the amount of cash, you can think the WNBA sucks. You can never watch it. You can say it doesn't make any money. That's your prerogative. The people who are buying into that league that don't have to, they're choosing to, they're doing it at rates that are higher than we've ever seen, and they're spending more money than we've ever seen. Do you think that's because they're all stupid, or because maybe they have looked at they've lifted the hood and looked at the engine of this WNBA and said, wow, the underpinnings of this, the financials of this make a lot of sense. It's worth it to me to spend $250 million and build a franchise now, because it'll be worth a lot more than that in a few years.
You know, it was crazy as I had this argument with some friends of mine a couple of days ago where we were talking about the WNBA, because it's like me and one of my other friends, we like actually are into the WNBA to where other people are like, type where they're there.
That's fine. And that's not for everyone.
And we was explaining, he was saying the same thing that you was saying. Like, there's like, is it like even good to watch? And I'm like, to be honest with you, they got some game. Like, it's not what you think. Like,
well, that's
they got some game over there. And we was explaining to him, like, if you're a fan of basketball, like if you just like to watch basketball, like it'll be fine. Like you'll watch it and be like, oh yeah, this is good.
I just think some of the arguments that are coming out around this, because you're right. At the end of the day, what matters is, do you enjoy watching these games or not? I do. You do. Dylan does. Like, there are plenty of people here that enjoy watching the WNBA. They have their fans. If it's not for you, that's fine. No one is saying you have to watch the WNBA. But when the players come out with that message that says, pay us what you owe us, people who don't care about this league at all are like, well, that's stupid. They don't make any money. And it's like, you have to, I'm just trying to give you the facts here.
Yeah,
you can still say after that they don't deserve any of this money, but I'm telling you, if you're saying they don't turn a profit, then you don't know how business works. And that's fine, but I'm just trying to give you the facts. Like, the WNBA is one of the hottest sports properties currently out there. More than MLS, more than the NHL, even more than Major League Baseball, as far as like people buying into it to get in on the ground floor, because it is going. And it's, by the way, it's been around for 30 years now. So they have a track record. They can see that this growth is real. And TV networks don't have to pay this. They could say, no, we don't want the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
But they've chosen to pay this amount of money.
You got the subscription, don't you?
Yeah. I paid the $35 to get the season pass so my kids, because they're wanting to watch all the games. My daughter hit me up, my oldest hit me up this weekend and said, Dad, I want to get some All-Star Game merchandise. And I said, oh, God, are we going to become the people who buy All-Star Game shirts? Because I've always wondered, who buys that crap? Apparently, my 14-year-old said, I want to be one of those people. But she was glad, because she was not rooting for Caitlin Clark. Whatever the other team was that wasn't Caitlin Clark's team, they won. So she was like, yeah, I want something to commemorate the victory.
I feel like we need to mention that the current CBA for them is up after this year.
Well,
and as someone who is a fan of stuff that happens off the court as much as on the court, I really feel like the players have the league in a bind, because it's like, what are you going to do? Lock out the players the year that your $2 billion TV deal with ESPN, Amazon, and NBC is going to go to effect? I don't think they are in a position to be able to lock them out.
No.
So I feel like the players kind of have all the control. At least that's the way I see it.
They do. And like I said, a new TV deal, CBA, go figure, good negotiating to have your CBA come up the same time as the TV deal. Like, Yeah, so now you've got that to hold over their head. Imagine if next year it's like, yeah, Caitlin Clark and everyone else is sitting out. That's not going to be a good look no matter what. So I'm with you, Dylan. I think they're going to make a deal here, and they're going to figure it out. 2 minutes, we'll come back. What is the price for Trey Hendrickson? Might have just gone up. We'll discuss. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Still watching crews clear out a crash on 23 northbound right at Rothmole Road. We've got the left lane slightly blocked off. And then in the downtown area on 70 eastbound, as you're passing Alum Creek Drive, we've got the left lane blocked off due to an issue there as well. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
The Dublin Irish Festival, August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Get your tickets at DublinIrishFestival.org.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at Awaken180weightloss.com.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Overachiever of the week coming up at 7:45. We will discuss. If you're a Crew fan, by the way, you're going to want to hear that one because it's we got to talk about a legend, and we'll do that coming up next. But Trey Hendrickson, this over the weekend. Last week we saw late last week, TJ Watt got his deal where he signs for a massive amount of money with the Steelers. You and I both said, Tyvis, that we didn't think it would. I didn't think there was any real reason why the Steelers would get rid of him, given the offseason they just had.
Yeah, it was an all-in move this season. Like, this is a 1 year we're going for it type thing with the moves that they made of Aaron Rodgers trading for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. Like, you wouldn't think, like, all right, with those type of moves and with those contracts, like, there's no way that y'all just going to let y'all best player just walk.
And they didn't. They paid him 3 years, $123 million extension. He gets the highest annual average volume.
Which I said I would extend him like 2 or 3 years. Same thing with Trey Hendrickson. I would give him a 2-year deal.
Okay,
that's it.
Well, so TJ Watt gets $41 million per year, highest non-quarterback by average value over the course of a year. Micah Parsons is up for a deal as well as Trey Hendrickson, and both those guys are probably very excited to see this is the number that he got. Jamar Chase is at $40.25 million per year. Myles Garrett is at $40 million per year. Now, I don't think Trey Hendrickson's getting a deal in that realm.
No.
But what it does do is all right, let's say they give him a 2-year deal. Or if the Bengals come back to the negotiating table on this, because currently, he's got 1 year left. He can choose to not play this year, or he can take the money that is on his contract.
Listen.
He's currently slated to make what, $18 million this year?
He ain't leaving $18 million sitting on the table. It's just not gonna happen.
But I don't blame him if he's like, hey, did you see the deal that your division rivals just did for their stud defensive end? Who is about the same age as me. If I'm Trey Hendrickson, I'm saying TJ Watt and I are within a year of each other, and I've outperformed him the last 2 years.
But
so
where he's
show me the money.
What the bind he's in is, you gonna not play? You go forfeit 8. So you go forfeit $18 million and not play this entire season. Okay, good luck signing that deal that you want next year.
And again,
it's not going to happen.
I know what you're saying, but if I'm Trey Hendrickson, I'm looking back and going, "Hey, remember how crappy your defense was? Remember how you drafted? By the way, how's that? Did you sign your draft pick yet? The first round guy that's going to replace?
I don't even think he reported, right?
No, he didn't, because they're also screwing with his money.
Yeah,
so if I'm Trey Hendrickson, I'm saying there, all right, your division rival just did this deal. Your other division rival up north in Cleveland, they signed their guy. What are you waiting for with me? I'm not that far behind. I'm not that far ahead of those guys in age. I'm not asking for the craziest deal ever, but I want to get paid what I'm worth. I have better numbers than at least TJ Watt. Why am I not getting paid like it? And then that's the argument I'm making if I'm him. And I'm letting them hear that maybe you're not getting $41 million a year, but I'm guessing the Bengals weren't coming in at $35 million or something. Now they probably are going to have to. They could have paid him earlier and gotten ahead of all of this. But the Bengals are stupid, and they do this all the freaking time.
They don't view Trey Hendrickson as a generational talent. Even though his numbers have been that, he's probably been the most underrated pass rusher in the league. And it's unfortunate because he's so productive. He gets so many sacks, but nobody ever really spends a lot of time talking about him because of the T.J. Watts, the Myles Garrett's, the Micah Parsons, the Nick Bosa's, the Max Crosby's. That. Those names overshadow him. And on top of that, he's not like this loud person. He's not like this guy that's out there like, yes, I'm the best. I'm the DPOY. Like, he's not doing those type of things. He just goes out there and plays football and don't really say too much.
You mean when he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, he doesn't throw a hissy fit online?
Correct.
Like someone named TJ Watt?
Correct.
That's crazy. I'm shocked.
His name is not in the headlines a lot. No. So therefore that's going against him. But on a business standpoint, I always like to take my personal feelings out of it, and I like to look at things from a business standpoint because that's just what the NFL is. Unfortunately, it's the part that you hate the most, but it is what it is. From a business standpoint, he's 30, going on 31 years old, meaning he's going to fall off a cliff sometime in here. If it's not this season, it's probably next season. I'm not investing $40 million into a guy that's going to fall off the cliff. It's just not going to happen.
Help me understand this, though, because I'm not saying that you are wrong, but T.J. Watt's birthday is October 11th of 1994.
But T.J. Watt also was drafted by Pittsburgh. He's been the heart and soul of Pittsburgh. And if you trade him from Pittsburgh, there's going to be an uproar, especially when it's a team that values defense, I don't know, since the beginning of their franchise time. To where when you look at Cincinnati, one, they just got good. Two, the only thing they care about is their offense. They clearly showed you that for the past 2 or 3 seasons when they let all of their best defensive players go. So I don't understand why people are so shocked that they're going to let Trey Hendrickson walk. I mean, they let Vaughn go. They let the corners go. They just cut Jermaine Pratt. Like, they're letting all their best defensive players go because they only value offense in Cincinnati.
Which shocks me because if they had a reasonable NFL replacement level defense, they could be a Super Bowl contender every freaking year. But instead, they have one of the worst defenses we've ever seen last year.
Well, the narrative is that if you have,
we're just going to fix it by the coach.
If you have the quarterback, that's that's the biggest. That's the biggest domino. Which Joe Burrow is that. And
I'm watching that quarterback documentary, and you can see him going, man. It's really tough. My arm's falling off trying to will this team back into games, and I'm losing 40-34 because our offense is putting up numbers, but our defense can't stop anyone. Mm-hmm. And rather than fixing the defense and adding to it, what they're doing is, like you said, maybe cutting some dead weight. But Trey Hendrickson, I can't imagine counts as dead weight. By the way, I had to double check this because I thought I was going crazy. Do you know when TJ Watt, I just said his birthday is in October. Mm-hmm. Okay, October 11th, 1994. He is 30 years old. He will be 31 years old this year. That's how years work.
Yep.
Trey Hendrickson
is it in December?
Is December 5th of 1994. He's younger than TJ Watt by 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying, I understand every argument you're making. I personally think that giving guys who are 30 at defensive end massive contracts, they are going to fall off a cliff. You could argue, though, maybe TJ Watt's already starting to do that. And maybe Trey Hendrickson's outperforming him every year because he hasn't quite fallen off the cliff yet. And what we're talking about with these two, to your point, I understand TJ Watt was drafted. They have a lot of feels about him and all that stuff. You're talking about a guy who is technically younger than TJ Watt, who is playing, at least when it comes to sacks. Now, we can argue about maybe teams' game plan different, whatever else. But when it comes to getting the damn numbers that defensive ends and edge rushers are expected to get, he's amassed more of them in 2 years than T.J. Watt has. And we're talking about T.J. Watt absolutely makes sense to give $41 million.
So let me ask you this.
I don't know if the Bengals should even think about paying T.J. Hendrickson's making $18 million. Like,
everything that you said.
I understand his arguments.
Me too. But I'm trying to tell you from a business standpoint how they say. Let me ask you this. Name me your top 3 pass rushers in football right now.
But that's fine.
Name me your top 3.
You're right. I would take Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, and probably T.J. Watt. But also, let me be clear.
But yet, Trey Hendrickson's numbers is better than those guys. But yet he can't get paid. I rest my case.
Yes,
I rest my case.
You're right.
I don't get it either. I don't get it.
It's a weird business is what I'm saying with the NFL. And I'm also saying, yeah, probably I'm wrong on that. Trey Hendrickson probably deserves to be in that top 3.
No, he should be, but nobody ever gives him his credit. I'm telling you.
I'm saying it's reputation in part. Now, obviously, I think T.J. Watt is a tremendous player. And if you told me right now, hey, your team could add T.J. Watt, I'd be all about it. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is we treat T.J. Watt like he is just every year he should be Defensive Player of the Year, and if he doesn't get it, it's a travesty.
Okay.
But like Trey Hendrickson, it's like, well, what a plucky underdog. And it's like he's played better than T.J. Watt the last few years.
Let me ask you this.
I'm saying this is the narrative we're talking about now.
I just want to ask you this question. Would you trade Trey Hendrickson for T.J. Watt straight up?
If I were the Bengals?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes,
no,
you
I wouldn't.
would.
I don't think I would.
Yes, you would. Dylan, would you trade him straight up?
No. But
my stupidity shouldn't count for it. Just because I'm dumb and I'd be like, if I thought like, yeah, maybe I would take T.J. Watt just because of reputation. If you watch the game, like one of them is making more plays. One of them is doing more. And if you want to see T.J. Watt's better than Trey Hendrickson, fine. I'm saying it's an argument. And people act like Trey Hendrickson, how dare he even ask for this money?
I never said that.
No. But there are people who treat it like, how does Trey Hendrickson even want this contract?
They're not paying, then they're clearly not paying attention.
And I'm saying
this man is like, he's literally like, what, top 4 in sacks every year? He was number 1 last year.
Yeah. See, Tyvis, you being a former player, I'm surprised your take is what it is. I know you're saying you're trying to be impartial.
It's because I'm numb to I'm numb to personal feelings. I sympathize with Trey Hendrickson, but I understand how the business works. So personal feelings to the side. I'm just telling the world like this is why Cincinnati looks at it this way. I'm not saying I agree with them. Right. I'm just telling you I see why they see it the way that they see it.
Because if I'm him, I just saw T.J. Watt get all that money, and maybe I'm not going to get the years that he gets or the money that he gets. But to me, it's like, why am I going to go? Because you're saying he's not going to leave the money on the table. He's not going to sit out.
$18 million?
But what if he goes out and he gets hurt this year?
Yeah. He still got $18 million.
Yeah, but then he misses out on the money that he's probably going to get in free agency, or if the Bengals re-sign him, he's going to miss out on more than $18 million. You can say whatever he deserves to get paid. It's going to be more than $18 million, and that's what he's going to be losing out on.
The last person that I will ever see sit out and lead him game checks sitting on the table. It's not happening no more.
But as you could say, his playing career didn't work out. But as far as getting paid wise, it worked out for Le'Veon.
He got paid.
I wouldn't risk.
He did get paid. Now, here's the last thing I'll say.
He'll miss. He's 31 this year. You say he'll be 31 this year. So he'll miss 31, and then he'll come back and negotiate at 32. He's already.
No. He's 30 this year. He'll be 31. Yes, like halfway through the year, he turns 31. But same as T.J. Watt. And I'm saying, if I'm Trey Hendrickson's people, I'm going, can you afford, with this craptastic defense, can you afford not to have me on the field? And that's an argument that if I'm the Bengals, I'm saying, well, we invested all this money in the offense. Do we want to go, again, 7-10, 8-9? Because our defense can't stop anybody? And we're not signing any of these players that
Well, the thing would be if he said he was sitting out, that would force them to do what Shamar Stewart wants. And if they hit on Shamar Stewart, then it'd be like, oh, we did the right thing.
Oh, but if you don't, and if it turns out he's just a combine freak and can't actually put production in,
which probably will be the case.
That's a risk. I'm saying the Bengals have a risk they're taking here, and I don't know why I know why they want to, because they paid all their wide receivers and Joe Burrow, and they have no money for anybody else, they feel like. But You should think about, I don't know, signing a whole team, not just signing two wide receivers.
Give Gesicki, because that's the one deal that I didn't understand.
We'll look that up. We'll talk about that. When we come back, we'll also talk about our Overachiever of the Week. That's next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. Right now, no crashes that we're watching. An issue down on 23 northbound on the south side has cleared up. Everything else moving along right up to speed. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
At United Dairy Farmers, peach is our most popular ice cream. And once you taste it, you'll know why. Right now, get 2 48-ounce cartons of UDF peach ice cream for $10. It's only here for a short time. UDF peach ice cream, made for you.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and at Toyota West, we're having our biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're searching for. And during our Go Forth sales event, every pre-owned vehicle is discounted and comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty. At Toyota West, you don't have to choose between a great experience and a great price. We deliver both. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See? We didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat Fan Drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here. Are you constantly feeling tired? Really can't focus? You don't have the energy to get off the couch? That is not living, that's existing. It affects all aspects of your life, your relationships, your job. Now picture this. Get your life back with testosterone therapy by Low T Center. There's never been a better time to find out your T level. Just visit Low T Center to take the test. It's fast. Results are available in about 15 minutes. And right now, the test is still free, but time is running out. Get in now before you miss the chance. Most major insurance is accepted, so treatment costs are minimal. Low T Center gives you the power to take control of your health. With their custom dose TRT, you'll have the freedom to choose between white glove, in-center care, or medically monitored treatment with testosterone delivered to your home. Tell your friends to get started on TRT, and you'll receive a $250 credit when you and your referral become patients. Visit fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
What does summer bring to mind? Lazy days by the pool? Hot dogs on the grill? How about large, sweaty men putting work in to defend their national title? Yes! Your summer home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Want to know anything about the Fan's contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our Overachiever of the Week.
Sponsored by 3D Cabinetry. 3dcabinetry.net, where quality meets affordability.
All right, Saturday night in the Arena District, after Tyvis Powell had hit his massive home run, that's going to make me have to shave my beard, the Columbus Crew played a game against DC United. They bested the team from Washington 2-1. Good to see the Crew get the victory. But before the game, they honored someone who, to me, definitely fits the title of Overachiever of the Week, okay? This guy's name is Guillermo Barros Schelotto. You familiar with the name, Tyvis?
I am not.
Okay.
I like the way it sounds. Say it one more time.
Guillermo Barros Schelotto is actually how they say it.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to say that. Guillermo. Guillermo. Barros. Schelotto.
Well, learn the name, because this is a guy who played for the Columbus Crew back in 2007 through 2010. But the years you would probably want to focus in on, all 4 years he was an all-star. The 2 years that were his most impactful, 2008, 2009, the Crew had the best record in both those seasons. They won the Supporter Shield, which is the best regular season record, 2 years in a row. Club had never done that before, not winning it back-to-back. They, though, in 2008, they won MLS Cup for the first time. And it was, it's not all because it's not just one guy. Guillermo Barros Schelotto came into this franchise and completely changed the Columbus Crew. Because before that, the Crew were always good, always a playoff team, or often a playoff team. They were in the 90s, the Crew were like the Buffalo Bills, where they would get to the conference finals
and lose.
And they would lose. And they would lose to DC United a lot of those times. Then Chicago came into the league. Chicago started beating them in just back-breaking ways. Those two teams caused so many problems for Crew fans. And over the years, it just kind of got ingrained for a lot of us Crew fans. Like, we're never going to see our team win a championship. Until 2008. Guillermo played one of the best seasons I've ever seen of a soccer player, period, in any league ever. 7 goals, not a lot of goals. 19 assists. For a team that didn't have an offense, if we're comparing offenses, the Crew now are like Urban Meyer, your era, on steroids. Like, they go all offense. They're incredible.
Yeah.
The Crew back then, their coach, Siggy Schmid, more like Jim Tressel. Like, let's win with good defense, a nice special teams game, and then maybe you'll see a nice touchdown or two. A lot of games like that for that Crew team. So for him to have 26 goal contributions with that style of play, it was kind of unheard of for us at the time as Crew fans. No one had ever seen anything like this guy. He was a wizard in the midfield. He would make passes you'd never seen before. That doesn't tell his full story, though, because growing up, he was in Argentina. He had a twin brother. They both played for a team called Gimnasia, which is a smaller club in Argentina. Then he got a call from Boca Juniors. Boca Juniors is essentially the Yankees, the Dallas Cowboys, the Los Angeles Lakers in Argentina.
Okay.
That's who this club is. They are the biggest club. They have so many famous players. Have you ever heard of a soccer player named Diego Maradona?
I actually have.
Okay. That guy played for Boca Juniors.
Okay.
They have in their stadium a museum where they have a statue of Diego Maradona because he is one of the greatest players of all time, and he is honored in that part of the stadium for their legends. They have 6 other players who have statues. One of them, Guillermo Barros Schelotto, the guy who came over and played for the Crew. That's how good he was with Boca Juniors. He was seen as their player of, like, just the fan favorite. He came in, he changed games, he could make brilliant passes, he could score like crazy. This was their guy. So when he came to play for the Crew, they had a game where he was going to leave. And he didn't even dress for the game. That was his final farewell match, but he didn't even dress. He walked around the stadium. The game is going on, and all the people were doing was chanting his name as he walked around and waved as he was leaving to come here and play for the Crew. So what I'm telling you is, for the Crew to have this guy play for this team was shocking, was groundbreaking. And he came here and helped the Crew get over that hump and win MLS Cup. And to a lot of us Crew fans at the time, we'll never be able to measure how great he was. Like, he is the all-time great. So at the stadium over the weekend, they had a bobblehead night for him. And so I have one of those bobbleheads sitting here. Thank you for whoever left this for me today.
It was me.
Thank you, Dylan.
Yeah, I was at the game.
Oh, did you do this?
Yeah.
I I didn't know you did this.
So where was you at when we kept asking who did this before the show started?
I was in here.
And Tito was like, oh, I did it. It was me.
Dylan, thank you so much. I had no idea you did this. Yeah. Genuinely. That's awesome.
I saw you tweeted out you were in search of one, and I was like, I was at the game. So my friend Ben gave me his season tickets to use, and technically that was supposed to be for him, and I gave it to you instead.
Give it to Ben.
No, my friend that went with us, Chris Roop, I was like, hey, he kept asking me, he was like, do you want another one of these? And I was like, no, what am I going to do with this? And then I was like, oh, T-Bone wants one, so let me get that second one.
Oh, man. You don't know. I was so bummed I couldn't be there. Guillermo couldn't be there either because he's coaching a team in Argentina, and they had a game that day, so he couldn't.
So they inducted him into the Hall of Fame.
He is in the Circle of Honor now. Yeah. Circle of Honor there for the Crew. So I'm just telling you, he's now in 2 stadiums, Columbus Crew and Boca Juniors, enshrined as a legend.
Good for him.
Yeah.
That's.
I want to say he had like some family there.
He did, yeah.
Representing him.
I think it was maybe his mom that was there.
I was just trying to stay out of the rain.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to do. But it was funny right when the game started, like they delayed it about 45 minutes. But right when it started, it stopped raining and it was perfect.
I gotta get to a Crew. It's on my bucket list this year. It's the last thing on my bucket list.
We're doing that. We're doing that this summer. We're going.
The summer's almost over,
and we're going to the Nordecke. We're not.
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
Say the guy's name again.
It's the Guillermo Barros-Scalotto. It's the wall of fans. It's the north end of the stadium. It's a wall. You don't sit. You stand the whole time. And it's cheering. It's chanting. It's jumping up and down. It's drums. It's horns.
Well, see, that's nice, but somebody actually reached out and they gave me like tickets.
Okay.
As to any game, I just haven't picked the game because every time I want to go, it's like I'm busy.
Go.
Well, I mean,
dude, I'll take you and show you. I'll be like Aladdin on the carpet. I can show you the world. I can give you the whole thing. You have no idea what you're getting into.
You see, I've been to quite a few Crew games, but I've never sat in the Nordecke.
Oh, you've got it. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. Then you haven't really gotten the full experience yet until you sit over there at least once, because that's where it's the most fun for me as a longtime Crew fan and soccer fan. Those are good people down there. They'll take care of you if you go. I promise. You'll have a good time. All right. Coming up next, Ohio State going all gas, no brakes when it comes to recruiting. Similar to the Bengals approach, apparently. We'll talk about that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, no crashes to tell you about. We're watching things pick up on 33 down on the southeast side, coming in from Canal Winchester. Also getting busy on 71 as you're coming into downtown from the south side. But again, we are crash free right now. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
Fan traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Hey guys, it's Timmy Hall, and I want to talk to you about the roof over your head. You know that thing that protects your house and everything in it? It's pretty important, and a lot of you are going to have to replace it soon, but be warned. There are companies out there that skip over the biggest part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if that attic doesn't have proper circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and rot. You got rot, and not to mention leaks in the wintertime and higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I'm telling you about my guys at Victor's Home Solutions. They start with a free 21-point roof inspection, including a thorough inspection of that attic as well. They know that if that ventilation isn't right, that roof's going to be built on a shaky foundation. That's why every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financial incentives are also available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and get that estimate today. 866-VICTORS or go to victors.com.
It's your lucky day because at Speedway, there's a $5,000 winner every single day. All you do is shop with Speedy Rewards. Then play the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. So you could win $5K today, or the next day, or the next day, or the next... Okay, you get it. New daily cash winners only at Speedway. Are you next? No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/26 USDC 16 plus. For official rules and free gameplay, go to 5k-a-day.com/rules.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. I know what it's like to be stuck in that cycle of pain where you're trying to get better. You keep going to the doctor, steroid shots, surgeries. Do not go down that road anymore. Go see my friends at QC Kinetics. They will help treat you without going under the knife and without the meds. QC Kinetics are the leaders in regenerative medicine to help your body heal itself. And I should know, I've been a client there, and they helped me with my knee get back to the running in the summer and going whitewater rafting and all of the things that you enjoy. And this is the critical part about my friends with QC. 92% of patients report satisfaction with their results. That's peace of mind. It's not just a number. They're trying to help you. They're the second opinion that you're looking for to keep you from getting under the knife. To find out if you're a good candidate, go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. The consultation is free, or call 380-284544. That's 380-284544. They have offices all over Central Ohio, so go check them out.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and the endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York. Evan Cohen here. According to a recent ZipRecruiter survey, 76% of employers plan to expand headcount for 2025. If you're one of these employers, add ZipRecruiter's latest feature, Zip Intro, to your hiring plan. It does most of the work for you, so you save time. Just pick a time, and Zip Intro finds and schedules qualified candidates for you. You can even meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Scotty Scheffler has won another major. This time it's the Open Championship. Scheffler carded a 68 yesterday and cruised to a 4-stroke victory, shooting 17 under for the tournament to win his second major of the year and grab the third leg of a career Grand Slam. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, the Guardians were able to beat the Athletics 8-2 with help from a 4 RBI game from David Fry and a strong pitching performance from Gavin Williams. Williams went 7 innings strong, giving up just 1 run and striking out 11 batters. Up next for the Guards is a home series with the Baltimore Orioles. And finally, the Cincinnati Reds had their winning streak snapped by the New York Mets, losing 3-2 yesterday. The Redlegs will travel to D.C. next to start a series with the Washington Nationals tonight. You can catch coverage of that game over on ESPN Columbus. Coverage starts at 6:15. This update was sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter. Visit them in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala or at rcdrv.com.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. Congrats to Scotty Scheffler on winning the British Open. That's he's just having a dominant run right now. Did you watch any of that yesterday, Tyvis? I know you were kind of gassed from your home run hitting exploits on Saturday.
I didn't watch that, but I did watch. I binge watched the show on Apple TV called Stick with Owen Wilson.
That's a golf show, right?
Yeah. So as I told you, I was exhausted Saturday from doing pro camps and then doing Cardale softball game. I went to bed that night around 8:30. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning and couldn't go back to sleep. So I went downstairs in my living room and I turned on Stick, which I don't know what made me do it, but I just turned that on. And I was interested. They're like 30-minute episodes, like 30 to 40-minute episodes. So I ended up watching 9 of them straight. And, went on about my day.
Look at you. That's good. I was trying to – yesterday I found myself watching all kinds of, like, non-stick and ball sports. Well, I can't say stick and ball. I watch golf. That has a stick and a ball, right?
Whoa, you better be careful there.
Yeah, stick and ball. You don't like a stick and ball? No? That's right. You don't have anything to say about that?
I'm above average in length.
Thank you, Scotty. British Open champ right there. No, but I watched golf, which I guess kind of qualifies, but it's not like I'm saying not the big 4 sports.
Mm-hmm.
Watched golf, and then I found the IndyCar race was on. I flipped that on. They were in Toronto on a street course, so I watched that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the NASCAR race was on, and I had that on. I was doing other things, but that was it was golf and then auto racing, like in our house all day.
You got 2 different TVs that you got mounted up?
No, well, I mean, we have multiple TVs in the house.
No, I thought you had to
No. Like, well, the golf ended, and then I switched over to IndyCar, and then I switched over to NASCAR, and I got a little bit of everything.
I was just saying. I was just seeing where you was financially.
See, I didn't watch any sports on TV this weekend because I was too busy being outside.
Oh, good for you. Well, I heard last night you were too busy being out at a Creed concert.
Yeah, Tyvis, I'm rolling on like 2.5 hours of sleep because I decided last minute to go see Creed at the Shot.
You went, like, what time did it start?
What time?
Okay, so it was supposed to start at 7. It started at 7:30, and Mammoth and Daughtry were openers.
Okay.
And
Van Halen's kid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lead singer of Mammoth.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was like, this will be all right. They'll start at 7. Creed will be on the stage by 9. It'll be done by 10:30. I'll be home by 11. No big deal. When 9:30 came and Creed wasn't on stage yet, I was like Ralph from The Simpsons. I'm in danger meme. I was like, no.
Oh, so you didn't get out of there until like after 11.
I didn't get home. It was already after midnight.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know, Tyvis. Please help me.
You got to get your priorities straight. You should have been like,
I told you. What did I tell you?
Seen 10 o'clock and said, well, I just won't see him this year.
Last week, what did I tell you? Very undisciplined person I am. So
you better than me. One thing about me, what you'll find out is when it's time for me to go to bed, I don't play around. I don't care what's going on.
Hang on. We got to listen to the brilliance of Scott Stapp. Come on. Come on, Tyvis. Yeah, let's go. I'm biting that bottom lip. Yeah. Come on. Dylan, I wish you well today. Because the rest of the day is going to be rough for you.
Well, Tyvis, are we going to breakfast after the show? Or are the 3 of us doing that?
I mean, that was a group chat discussion.
Oh, yeah, we did say that, didn't we?
You just liked the text. I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, I forgot. We did say that, didn't we?
So, T-Bone was like, are you still good for breakfast?
Dylan,
I'm like, I guess.
You and I are going to breakfast regardless. If this guy wants to join, I guess he doesn't have to.
It all depends if I got to take my dog to his get groomed. It's supposed to be at 9:30.
That's not a nice way to call your co-host, because I'm getting shaved when I'm good and well ready. You're not taking me to any groom, just so you know. I don't like that. Anyway, all right. So Dylan's fighting through it. We had a good weekend, it sounds like. Tyvis hit a home run, so I got to shave my beard off. Now you're caught up. This is the news, though, that I find a little concerning. Good for Ohio State on the offensive side. 4-star wide receiver Jaquaden Guilford commits to Ohio State. He is a 2026 guy, so that is a 5th wideout in the 2026 class.
That's crazy.
Let him live.
Well, Heartline can sure bring him in.
Well, he's a Fort Wayne guy. I'm trying to get his measurables. 6'2", 190. They said, I saw a few people kind of hinting at this, that he apparently took less to come play for Brian Hartline because, stop me if you've heard this one, Tyvis, he'd rather take less NIL money at the start so that he can develop and go to the NFL and then make more money on the back end, in the actual NFL.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, seems like somebody that's got their priorities straight.
That is true. Now, here's a disturbing stat that I saw online. I didn't verify if it's true. I'm going to say, though, it's on vibes, it's 100% correct. Ohio State got their 5th wide receiver commitment in the 2026 class, like I said. Their edge rusher signees since 2023. There's no way this can be right. They have 4.
Edge rushers since 23?
Just pure, not like defensive line, not
like
guys who sign, but like a guy who is a bona fide straight edge rusher, including this class, because they've been missing on edges. I'm just saying that even if that's not 100% accurate, it feels very accurate. And I just don't know what the plan is. I know the plan is not to not have defensive ends. I know it's not Ryan Day's necessarily doing. Ross Bjork, by all accounts, has been the one saying, let's hold back on spending all this money. We're going to follow the rules. And the football program's trying right now, but it's amazing to me that you've signed this many. Because, again, guys are taking discounts to come play for Brian Hartline. You can read into that what you want about what they aren't taking discounts on to play for other coaches on this coaching staff, but that to me sounds like there's your issue right there. Either pay more or you're going to have to find a coach who players want to come play for and take a discount to do so. And that's a very rare thing is what I'm saying. Brian Hartline's a 1 in a million type of guy.
I think they're looking at it like, because every recruit says the same thing. Like, you don't really pass up an opportunity to be coached by Brian Hartline. And they look, kids see everything that's going on. They see that literally everybody that he coaches is going first round, and they're going to the league and they're doing well. Like, to them, they're like, I'm guaranteed to be a first-round pick. That's kind of how a kid thinks. If I go to Ohio State and I play, I'm guaranteed to be a first-round pick as a wide receiver. And then I can get to the second contract, and then I can really hit it big. But he's going to put me in position to ultimately reach my ultimate goal. And I think that's why kids are comfortable with the fact that, listen, they might not offer me the most money, but they're offering me enough to be good in college. It's not like you're going to get here and just be broke. Not like Tyvis was. You at least got a couple dollars in your pocket. But at the end of the day, like, all right, my chances of being a first-round pick has just increased a lot. And I think that's what these kids are comfortable with. And right now, he's the only coach on the staff or the only position on this staff that can really say that. Like, that every year in and year out, we're going to have a first-round pick.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that isn't – I think that you could still get there with Larry Johnson as your defensive end coach, your defensive line coach. But problem is that's not the perception outside of the building. Inside the building, perception seems very strong that Larry Johnson's the right guy for the job. Doesn't seem like that's the perception of recruits right now. And they are not saying, oh my God, I'll take a discount to come play for him. That's a little bit of the concern. So we'll find out how it goes. But I'm just saying in a couple of years here, it could be a lot of Ohio State. Well, hey, we won this game 38-34. Like, I think those are scorelines we're not used to seeing around here that we may have to get used to if something doesn't change with this recruiting. All right, coming up next. If you have an expense account at work, have you ever charged the strip club to your expense account? One big name executive in sports did, and it may have cost him his job. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Right now, just one small crash we're watching on 670 eastbound right near Grandview Avenue. Watch for the left shoulder blocked off over there. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan traffic.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Don't miss Ellie De La Cruz and your Cincinnati Reds take on Shohei Ohtani and the reigning World Series champs, the Los Angeles Dodgers, in a 3-game series July 28th through the 30th. Presented by Kroger Zero Hunger, Zero Waste. Plus, on Tuesday, enjoy another Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesday with $3 beers, $2 hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. Get your tickets now at reds.com/tickets.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, 18-count cartons of large grade A Kroger brand eggs are on sale for $2.99 with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My AC stopped working. Your competition says it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion. Replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
It's the summer event at Germain Honda of Dublin, and Rich has unbeatable offers. Lease a sleek 2025 Honda Accord LX for as low as $329 a month, or finance it with 3.99% APR. Or upgrade to Adventure with the 25 Honda Pilot Sport all-wheel drive. Leases starting at $429 per month or 4.49% APR. Drive into summer with style, comfort, and confidence. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270. See dealer for details.
At Planet Fitness, we're declaring it. This is the year of getting stronger, and you can get started now by saving when you join today. We have all the best-in-class equipment you could ever need, and you can work out your way on your time at any convenient location near you. Most open 24 hours. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Offer ends July 31st.
See Home Club for details.
Do you feel that? The season is getting closer. Buckeye football comes your way in 40 days. Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, Ohio! The best summer adventure is almost here at the Ohio State Fair, July 23rd through August 3rd. Don't miss fair favorites like the Butter Cow, livestock animals, shopping, delicious food, exciting entertainment, thrilling rides, competitions, and so much more. Experience the Ohio State Fair July 23rd through August 3rd. Get your tickets at ohiostatefair.com.
Got a teen athlete? Then you know putting in the hours is all part of the game. But did you know the same goes for learning how to drive? Because just like playing a sport, learning to drive takes practice. The only difference is the stakes are even higher. 50 hours of practice time driving with you? Worth every minute. Gear up at teachyourteentodrive.ohio.gov.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens with your latest forecast. A stretch of quiet weather across the region to kick off this week. Could see a little bit of patchy fog early, then burning off to sunny skies. Temperatures in the mid-80s this afternoon. As we head toward tomorrow, more sunshine, more mid-80s. Temperatures back up near 90 by the time we head toward Wednesday, with rain chances holding off the first half of the week. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, lots to get to today. Tyvis has something to tell you, though.
Oh, I got to tell everybody about my guys at Tri-State Men's Health. You know, right now, I feel the best I've felt in quite some time, and it's because I went to go see my guys at Tri-State Men's Health. You know, I didn't realize that I suffer from low T. Me being 31 years old, I didn't know that you start losing testosterone every year. You know, it's kind of crazy. I didn't see those gains. I was gaining weight. I was exhausted all the time. My kids, I never could play with my kids after I got home from work. Obviously, y'all know I have a very busy schedule, and I just didn't have that energy. After I got that low T shot, ooh, Woo-wee, the Hawk is back. Airplane rides, piggyback rides, anything they want to do, I'm down for. And I think that a lot of people should go see my guys at Tri-State Men's Health and get that done, get that resolved. Like I said, it begins in your early to mid-30s. You start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year, and it happens gradually. And before you know it, you just don't feel like the same person you was when you were 20 or 30. You can have decreased libido, putting on weight, less productive at the gym, poor sleeping patterns, or you could be sad or depressed. If any of these symptoms, if you feel any of these symptoms, go to tristatemenshealth.com and take the low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz with yes or no answers. It literally takes 2 minutes. They will do your lab work and have your results within 30 minutes. A licensed medical provider will review your results with you and discuss your options, and you will make the decision together with a medical team. The cost of the appointment is $99. That comes with a medical consult, a T and a PSA test. And if you sign up for testosterone treatments the day of your appointment, the visit is free. There are 6 locations. 2 of them you can find right here in Columbus. One is in Hilliard, the other's in Westerville. Most men wait a year or longer. There's no need to wait. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
NFLPA executive vice president. Well, actually now no longer. He's done.
Yes.
Lloyd Howell. Is that right? Lloyd Howell. He was the guy. Yeah, they fired him. He, technically resigned, but I believe that was one of those, if you don't resign, we're firing you. This is after all the fallout from the settlements that he did with the NFL, where essentially stuff came out, or should have come out, about how the NFL, Roger Goodell and the executive committee had said, why don't we limit what the players make when it comes to free agency, especially these guaranteed contracts? And they sued. They had a legal discussion about that. The end of that, all of it was sealed up, and the NFLPA didn't let the findings of that be known. And some of the players had a problem with that because it got reported. Now it was out there. That, among other things, started the downward snowball effect for Lloyd Howell. He is out. But one of the things that came to light was that they also were reviewing his financial records, and apparently he expensed a couple different car services to take him to strip clubs, which I guess he didn't expense the strip club itself, but he expensed it was like $700 for a car service to take you from the airport to a strip club. Now, I don't know how far out from the airport the strip club was, but in my experience, they're usually close.
He touched down and went straight to the strip club. Bags in the back room.
Oh, he touched down and was looking for that extra point, like right away. He was like, let's go for a 2-point conversion, as a matter of fact. So, whatever. I don't know if that's reason enough to fire the guy.
He put that on the expense report.
Yeah, I don't know that that's the reason he got fired. I think he was making a few million a year.
I mean, that's, I understand that, but who does that, though?
I don't know. I have this little thing called shame, where I'd say, I don't want my office to know exactly where I'm going at all hours of the day. I'll just pay for that myself. I'm not going to charge the account for that. Some people have no shame. But what's very interesting about this situation, at least to me, the NFLPA, they obviously have a pretty strong players association. I don't know if it's the strongest in all of sports, but it's fairly strong. They are now firing their executive, rep, essentially, the president of the NFLPA. J.C. Tretter, who was also on the leadership of that, there was some traction over the weekend that he was going to get the gig and maybe he'll take over. However, J.C. Tretter was also one of the guys that said, let's not put this information out there, specifically because in that settlement that they had where Roger Goodell, again, told the owners, don't pay the players as much money as you're trying to. And the only reason they didn't get found guilty of collusion was because the owners said, never mind. We'll Jerry Jones paid Dak Prescott. That's pretty much the argument is, Jerry Jones didn't listen to him, so therefore it's not collusion. Anyway, J.C. Tretter, he had some text messages that were unsavory in the findings of that investigation. It's believed that's one of the reasons why they didn't want to publish that. Well, now he, as of last night, said he is resigning from the NFLPA as well. So he's not going to be the leader of it.
Well, he was in charge of, he's the one that hired Lloyd. So
yes,
somebody had to take the fall for that too.
Yeah, at some point they're going to find someone who can run the NFLPA.
Well, I had thought that once Lloyd got fired, I thought JC was trying to slide into that role.
It looked like he was.
And that they got him. Well, I don't know if they got him gone, but he's resigned too. So
Speaking of players associations, did you see these comments from Rob Manfred over the weekend?
Oh, that Dylan's boy? What about him?
He's forever my boy now.
Yeah. So Rob Manfred had some comments because he's trying to lay the groundwork for an eventual strike, or not strike, a lockout of the players. The CBA for the Major League Baseball ends after 2026. So you got a whole nother season after this one before they get to this. But he's already throwing out stuff. The regional sports networks, the RSNs, used to be like Fox Sports Ohio. Now what is that? Is it FanDuel, I think is what that
FanDuel Sports Network.
Right.
Yep.
So they have found, as you know, if you've been following this at all, a lot of those RSNs have shut down over the last few years. A lot of teams have said, we don't think it's valuable for us. We're not getting the value out of that we thought we were. That business is failing. Major League Baseball has had to put a lot of their teams on their own platform because the RSNs in their area just failed and there was no alternative. Rob Manfred said that's one of the reasons that we have to look at how much money we're spending because, we're not getting the revenue back from that we thought we would. He also pointed to, and he's just tiptoeing that line of saying, just throwing this out there, maybe a salary cap of some kind would be good because he brought up competitive balance.
Them players ain't hearing that.
No,
they're not hearing the fact that because that's going to really mess up. How would that work though? Like that's what I don't understand. How would that work?
A salary cap?
No, yeah, because isn't some players making ridiculous amount of money? So if you put a cap on it now, it's like
what it
you
would
cut
do,
my salary now?
They would have to roll it in over time where it would be new contracts are going to be this, and then anybody who signs a contract after this, they're not going to unwind the deals that are already done, but they would say going forward, no one's signing a deal like that. And then over time, it would have to be kind of grandfathered in, rolled out. It would take some time. But what I would say is I am very pro players on almost every issue. Major League Baseball's Players Association, I will say I'm not totally against them having a salary cap put in because of
it's going to mess up your Mets.
Oh, I know. The Mets are one of the teams. But here's the thing. Now, spending money alone doesn't mean you're always going to be great. Right?
Clearly. Look at your Mets.
Boy, what a point, too. Well taken. And obviously, the Guardians don't spend any money, and last year they made it to the ALCS.
Yeah,
but,
don't.
But here's my point.
If they did spend some money, they'd probably had 4 pennants by now.
I think where the discussion's going to be is because the Players Association will point to the teams like the Pirates and say they spend no money. What are we doing to fix that? Because there's no rule right now in Major League Baseball you have to spend a certain amount of money. So they're going to argue that if you ever want to consider, because the players are going to say there should be a floor so that teams have to spend money. I could bet you Rob Manfred will come back and say, that's fine, but then you guys are going to need a salary cap. Because the one thing I do find odd is the Players Association, when they are asked about it, they say things like, this is unfair. This is almost criminal to limit what we make. Meanwhile, we know that in every other pro sports league that we have, NFL, NBA, NHL, they all have salary caps. So I'm just saying the players' argument is a little odd when they say, we don't even know how one of these things would work. We don't even know if we could do it. And it's like, they do it in other leagues.
When is that lockout or not lockout?
End of 2026.
Next year.
Yeah, so you got it this year and then all of next year for them to work this out. There's time.
So let me get this right.
But Rob Manfred is already starting off on the maybe we should have a salary cap, which means these are going to be really intense negotiations, which maybe you don't care about the money, but it means there probably will be some kind of work stoppage after 2026.
Well, they probably would do it on purpose because they don't want to play 162 games anyway. So
there's going to be that.
If you want to cut into 50 of them, that's fine. That's fine in their eyes. But you mean to tell me potentially it could be a MLB stoppage and a WNBA stoppage in the same year?
Well, no, because next year would be the WNBA, right? Because their deal's up at the end of this
26.
season.
Oh, you said for the season of 26.
Yeah, so it could be maybe the WNBA could have a whole year where they miss, and then Major League. I would doubt that too, but I guess that's possible.
They better be stacking them checks now.
Yeah. All I know is this. I think that of all the players' unions that I usually side with the players on almost everything. Major League Baseball players are really tough to root for because the largest percentage of douchebag a-holes exist in any pro sport in Major League Baseball. Like, remember Chris Sale cutting up his jerseys because he didn't like the fact that the jersey was an alternate and he was being forced to wear it. And so for one of his starts, he literally went into the locker room and just took scissors and cut all the jerseys up so they were unwearable because he was mad that they made him wear a jersey he didn't want to on his day as a starter. That level of chicanery would only happen in Major League Baseball. So I'm just saying the players, and that's one of a billion examples of spoiled brat entitlement
so you
in
want
Major
the
League
cap.
Baseball.
You want the salary cap.
What I'm saying is there's not going to be as much sympathy for the players as there would be in other sports.
Dylan,
in other
you want a
sports,
cap.
I don't think there's going to be as much sympathy for them.
Well, I'm a Yankees fan, so I definitely don't want to see a cap. But
you got to separate that from like what's good for the game.
Both of y'all have teams that's well over anything.
But that's what I'm saying is for the good of the game, it's probably better if there is a cap. But I'm just saying, I don't know how they would get the players to agree to that.
The three teams that would mess up is the Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Mets.
I know it.
Those three.
I am very aware.
I just, what do you want the cap to be? $200 million?
I don't even know. I'm just saying at some point.
$200 million is nothing, Tyvis, now.
No, it isn't. You're getting like, that feels like you're getting a light hitting shortstop for that is what you're doing. Like, that's not good.
Baseball salaries make NFL salaries look poor.
Yeah.
Baseball, look at what Juan Soto just got. And no one has ever said Juan Soto is the best player in the MLB.
No.
And
but
he got $700 and almost $800 million.
How is he doing this year?
He's playing better.
He's okay.
But not $700 million.
No, to your question, he's not the greatest player of all time, which is what he should be when he signs that type of contract. By the way, congrats to the Reds for taking 2 or 3 off of my Mets. Mets avoided the sweep, though. Small victories. That's what we're doing. All right, we'll come back. One of the biggest stories of the college football offseason is getting a documentary. I'll explain it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there and happy Monday. We are still watching crews clear out one small crash on 670 eastbound right near Grandview Avenue. We've got the left shoulder blocked off over there. Everything else looking right up to speed. Getting busy on 71 near downtown and on 33 on the southeast side. Make it a great day. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan Traffic.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as, that's 888-665-0696.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Visit Rosati Windows and get 35% off all windows and doors by July 31st.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
2 men with 5 combined offspring. None of them have penises. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We were talking about Ohio State's lack of defensive end recruits. I saw this from Buckeye 7 Gaming, posted in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You can join him there. He said, lack of edge rushers, not a concern for Ohio State. We didn't have edge rushers in 95 through 2012. Okay, I don't know that we had the greatest of all time, but I think we had some dudes on those, whatever. And this program has had dominant defenses for decades. Give me elite nose tackle and defensive line over the edge rusher that's largely a gimmick, and most are either injury-prone or easily blocked. Joey Bosa wasn't an edge.
What did you consider him as?
Okay. That's, you know what? That's a fascinating line of thinking there. I would counter that with, I don't know about what it was like in 95. I mean, I remember watching a lot of those teams, and yes, you're right. There were the guys up front who were filling in that line, but like, I don't know, Mike Vrabel's pretty good out on the edge, I want to say. I think he was one of those guys who was out on the edge. I mean, yeah, was he? And then he ended up going and playing the NFL.
Will Smith on the edge?
Yeah, I think Will Smith might have been interior defensive line. Am I wrong?
Nah.
You know what? I could be wrong.
That's played DN in the league. I know
what
that.
I know. Okay, what I know is defensive line talent that Ohio State has had. To your point, they've had a lot of good defensive line talent. I think the concern is that over the last couple years, you haven't, up until this year, finally second half of the season, we saw 2 of the 5-star guys that got recruited here finally become that, right? JT Tuimoloau and Jack Sawyer. Mm-hmm. Like they did their thing in the final half of the year, and obviously the playoffs, they were great. Those guys are gone. Who are the replacements? And the answer is a bunch of guys who don't have as many stars next to their name, a bunch of guys who haven't shown that potential yet. Maybe this year will be the year where they change all that, but I don't think it's something to just bat away out of hand.
No, that we ain't getting no edge rushers?
Yeah.
It's something.
I think there's a concern.
It's something that's going to come back to bite you if you don't, unless you hitting in the portal like that. You going in, but that's probably going to cost you too. So I don't know. Like it's a big year. It's a big year for that defensive line because last year you had so many people that came back for their senior years and things like that. So you had so much experience there. And when you look at it now, you got a bunch of guys that obviously they rotated in, but they weren't the guy. And when you don't have the guy on your line, like none of them, the whole starting line is new. This is new starters. And when you ain't replacing, when you don't have nobody that's a guy that's replacing it, it shows up. And a lot of people are worried about that because of what we seen in the spring game. You know, how the run game just continued to get gashed. Like they was gashing that D-line. So it's a concern. Hopefully these guys grow up right before our very eyes. They got to do it very soon in this season. And, hopefully, Matt Patricia's calling things that's putting these guys in the right situation.
Yeah, I tend to think that you're still going to have a pretty elite Ohio State defense, but I think we can say both things. Like this team played awesome last year. You have the national championship. You're defending it this year. You've done I think a good job replacing your coaching staff there on the defensive side of the football with Matt Patricia. And also, if you don't have the players, that's the reality is right now, this organization, Ohio State, is being hamstrung by the new rules and the questions about how much are we allowed to pay. And other schools are saying, we don't care about the rules. We'll pay whatever it takes to win. And for the next couple of years, Ohio State may have to dig out of that a little bit. Whether that, again, what does that look like for an Ohio State program? That means maybe they have more top 10 recruiting classes than top 5. I don't think anybody's saying this recruiting class sucks. It's just that it's front-loaded in certain areas and very thin on others. Yeah. And wide receiver, you just got another wide receiver.
You're not worried about the wide receivers. You just
never will be.
You got the offensive tackles finally. It's just you don't have the edge rusher. You got some safeties also in this class, so you got that. It's just the quarterback and the edge rusher. It's like the ones that you're kind of missing. I mean, they got guys. Obviously, they got recruits in that area, but you don't have the 5-star, the big name.
No.
And you're really basically just banking on the fact that your coach can get to maximize their potential.
We're going to find out.
And I do want to say to Buckeye 7 Gaming 1, Vernon Golston did play for Ohio State.
First-round pick, right?
Yes. And he was there.
Don't worry about what he did in the NFL. When he was here, he was a stud.
Like one of the top, sack leaders in Ohio State history. And I think he played in the mid-2000s. And to say Joey Bosa wasn't an edge just because they a lot of times would line him up in the interior, and I'm assuming, and maybe Tyvis could attest to this, so he wouldn't get double teamed as much. Doesn't mean he wasn't an edge. They just put him there in certain pass rushing situations. It doesn't mean he wasn't a defensive end.
No, I fully admit, when I'm watching Ohio State football, I'm not a defensive line expert. I'm not going to tell you that I've got the X's and O's figured out on any of that. I'll lean on other people for that. What I'm telling you is, I don't think, to your point, Dylan, Ohio State can afford to constantly not get the top 4 and 5-star guys, especially in the state, especially guys who are on the final 3 or 4. They've got Ohio State there. To not close those deals this offseason is a bit concerning. And if it was just 1 year, we'd say, oh, well, it's because they got all these other guys in the waiting. right? Like, I'm not as panicked about quarterback right now because, yeah, did they get the biggest 5-star quarterback in this class? No.
No, but you got
Why do you think that is?
Lincoln, Julian, Tavian. Like,
yeah.
You're like, okay.
You got a bunch of 4- and 5-star guys waiting in the wings trying to figure out who's going to be the guy for the next few years, and that's fine. So I don't anticipate every year you're going to have a 5-star number 1 quarterback in the class, but defensive end, you cannot say that. You cannot say, oh, they've got all these other studs that are just waiting there. Hopefully at the end of this year, we're saying, boy, were we wrong. We're good now. And hopefully that gets other guys to say, I'm going to flip and come to Ohio State. I want to be developed like that guy was. But right now, still time, but that class is not looking good in that regard. So Bill Belichick, North Carolina, there was the report that they were going to be on Hard Knocks. Mm-hmm. And then what happened, Tyvis? Who seemed to kill that one?
Jordan Hudson.
That would be Bill Belichick's girlfriend, 24-year-old Jordan Hudson, who apparently is also the CEO of Belichick Productions or some BS title that she gave herself. Anyway, that's the reporting that we heard, was that she essentially wanted creative control, or wanted the Belichicks to have creative control over that. So that's why NFL Films said, never mind. We don't want to deal with that. That seems like it's going to be a headache. But there was a little nugget in that reporting where they said, also, it appears that Jordan Hudson or Bill Belichick or somebody were negotiating with another company while NFL Films was already in agreement and was about to start filming. So they pulled the plug on that and said, you know what, this is weird. We don't like it. We're out. Well, now it appears that there is something else in the works. The Athletic says that apparently some other group has been filming this. I forget the name of it, but it's the company that was mentioned in that original story as who she was working with to try to get another documentary off the ground. Mm-hmm. Bottom line is, it sounds like this will eventually come to Netflix via Ever Wonder Studio. That's the studio that she was negotiating with.
Okay.
So apparently this Ever Wonder Studio is going to make something. It appears it's going to be on Netflix. When is the question? We don't know if it's going to be during this season that they're going to make it, if they've already been making it. But apparently whatever she was negotiating with during the NFL Films thing, that's why that fell through. Now we're going to get a documentary behind the scenes. However, it's going to be with the rubber stamp probably of Belichick and Hudson.
So it's stuff that we not going to actually get to see.
Right. So if you were hoping to see Bill Belichick after a conversation with Jordan Hudson where he walks away and goes, Christ almighty, what did I do? You're not going to see that. They're going to edit that out. He's not going to say that. If you want to see Jordan Hudson look like, a brilliant businesswoman who's in charge of running Bill Belichick Enterprises, you'll probably see that. That's probably the story you're going to get. And then a bunch of stuff on the players and the coach and the season. And
I don't nobody want to water down. I mean, I guess any access into Bill's world, you want to see it. But
hey,
I definitely want to see the unfiltered version.
You know what, though? Last Dance did pretty well. And you know who had final say on every clip that you saw in that thing, every inch of footage from that?
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Michael Jordan got to say yes or no to anything in that documentary. So just remember that, as much as
they do a documentary on me, do it. Whatever you see, put it on there. I don't care.
See, I love The Last Dance. It was great, but when I found that out, I thought, wow. The part where
what didn't he put on there?
Well, there's got to be a few things that he was like, yeah, leave that out. I don't want to deal with that. But he had no problem showing you how Dennis Rodman was effed up, right? No problem showing you how Isaiah Thomas should have shook in his hand.
It would get to a point where they're like, Mike, we can't just get rid of everything. Then there'd be no show.
I want to see unseen Michael Jordan casino footage.
I'd pay lots of money to watch that. You're right.
Same guy that was throwing coins close to the wall. Who could get the coin closer to the wall?
Listen, if we're lucky, we never got there with the NBA, but for sure, if there was a Pete Rose of the NBA, Michael would have been the leading candidate for that back in the day, right? There's no question. The guy had certainly things that should have raised some eyebrows.
It's just a hobby. It was just a hobby for him.
That's what Pete Rose said, too.
If he had a problem, he'd be hawking his watch.
I'm not saying that Michael bet on his own games or anything like that. But I'm saying, if you think nowadays it would be tolerated that Michael Jordan would be out till 3 o'clock in the morning gambling, ain't no way they would have let that happen.
This is obviously not sourced at all, but if there was one player in the history of the NBA that I would say probably gambled on themselves to win some basketball games, it would be Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Oh, no, this is all hypothetical. Yeah, I mean, we have no knowledge of anything actually happening. It's just who, you know what, again, the guys who you would think would bet on themselves, not that they have any, that they did this, but think Kobe Bryant was shy about his own talents? I don't think so. Well, I'm not saying he would have bet on it. I'm saying, but of course, guys who are that good had confidence in themselves. It wouldn't surprise me, like with Pete Rose, where he was confident in himself. Sadly, that was a little bit, it obviously turned into a bad thing for him. I don't think there's any evidence that Michael Jordan did any of that. All we're saying is that Michael Jordan was at the casino a lot, and that would have been a problem in today's NBA. Back in the day, David Stern basically said, hey, why don't you go play minor league baseball or something for a while and let's just leave that alone. Just get that out of here. All right, the buzzer's coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. 670 eastbound, still watching crews clear out a crash in the left shoulder right near Grandview Avenue. Everything else, though, moving along right up to speed. Watching things pick up on 71 near downtown and on 23 on the north end as well. Make it a great day. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your fan traffic.
Picture this. You walk into a Tim Hortons and get a warm toasted English muffin or a buttery biscuit layered with fluffy fresh cracked eggs, melty cheese, and savory sausage or bacon. Now imagine that breakfast sandwich for just $3 when you buy any size coffee, hot or cold. Because when you're running on empty, you want a breakfast that does more than just fills you up. So start your morning with Tim's, because you deserve a breakfast that's as good as your day is going to be. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid only during breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Additional terms apply.
Guys, don't live with tiredness and low energy. Get your life back with testosterone therapy at Low T Center. Take the test, get those fast results, and start TRT with Columbus's leading experts in men's health. And now it's easier than ever with the new Synergenics Health app, an innovation in healthcare technology you will not find anywhere else. So download the Synergenics Health app now or book an appointment while the test is still free at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Irish Adventure awaits at the Dublin Irish Festival August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food, and fun. Enjoy unique Irish experiences as you explore one of the top festivals in the U.S., drawing over 90,000 guests to Dublin, Ohio each year. Get your tickets at dublinirishfestival.org.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and dropping just 25 pounds with the Awaken 180 can actually give you 10 extra degrees of golf swing rotation. That's about a half a club longer, 6 to 10 extra yards on every swing, but from experience, lose 75 pounds like I did, and now we're talking next level distance, consistency, and even mood, especially on the back nine. And actually, every pound you drop takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. So I lost 300 pounds of pressure off of mine. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I got the nicest Google review today. Dewey from Gehanna said, "We cannot believe we are able to get the Pella look and quality at the cost we did."
I got a review too. Listen to this. These windows were great. Oh boy. For about a year. Looks like I'll need to renew, in quotes for some reason, my windows way too soon. Repeat customer?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Common Man here for Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton. My guys at Germain are celebrating their biggest pre-owned sales event of the year. Tons of vehicles on the lot for you to choose from, and they're ready to deal. It's also the Lexus Golden Opportunity sales event with rates as low as 2.99%. I was riding in my Lexus on one of our hot summer days, and I felt the crisp breeze of cold air on my cracky. Don't you want that for yourself? Of course you do. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Morning Juice, real football talk. Just 2 guys who aren't afraid to say what needs to be said. And that's how she wrote.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Now streaming mornings on YouTube and 10 TV Plus. Attack and dominate.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey, Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, Sure don't. I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from refilings.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, we're joined by one of the hosts of Bishop and Friends who's been gone for a while. Ryan Baker is in. Good to see you, Bake. How was vacation?
Vacation was fantastic. It was a nice little recharge, getaway. Didn't pay much attention to the sports world. However, I did pay attention to my guy Tyvis, though. And I got to tell you, you impressed me back at 9-7 the race. Because you come in here and you talk a lot of smack, as you should.
I back it up.
And I like talking smack back to you. But listen, real's got to recognize real. And when my guy does it, he does it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And sure, it was a short fence.
Why do we got to point that out? I hit it to the warning track.
My guy with the home run for his guy, Cardell, they end up winning the game. Now, I will say this. I think the home run trot took a little too long. Yeah, you need to get around the bases a little bit faster.
I stopped because I was throwing the glove at Jacoby.
I know, I saw all that, but then you were kind of doing the victory lap tour and shaking hands, kissing babies,
let me talk about this. So when I got around first base, Jacoby threw his glove at me, so I threw the glove at Jacoby. That took time.
I mean, you wound up on that
when I got to second base, I had noticed that the camera was following me, so I was looking up trying to see where the camera was at, and I was trying to find the camera. So that took me a little bit. And then when I got home, it was the kid wanted me to sign the card, so I signed the card.
Don't tell me about the excuses.
I'm just telling you, it's not an excuse, it's the facts. I want everybody to know what was going on.
Act like you've been there before, but I was very impressed that you did it. I was very impressed that you did it.
As someone who, I usually don't have a problem when anybody wants to pimp a home run. Like, I let the kids play. I'm all about that. But I've never been the subject of the pimping of the home run. And so when Tyvis started doing like the shaving motion at the end, it was like, oh, is this what it feels like to be a pitcher who gave up a dinger? I didn't really know what that felt like, and now I learned I felt some kind of way about it.
And see, I had no idea about all of that because I was not here. I did not know there was a bet or anything. I thought he was just turning and doing the Undertaker like somebody's about to get tombstone.
No, as soon as I saw that, I said, oh, okay, that's what it was. All right.
So you see how they feel when they flip the bat on him.
Maybe he didn't even remember. Maybe he just hit a home run, and then he turned to that camera and he started shaving his face, and I go, okay, all right.
I was impressed, though. I sent him a text earlier in the day, and I said, listen, I'm going to be cheering you on from the Orlando airport this evening, even though we were actually on the way.
And what did I say?
He texted me right away. It was like, I got one.
That's not what I said. Yes, but I'm talking about.
You hit it, yes. You said you were just going to swing your swing and whatever happens.
I ain't making no promises. I'm just swinging the bat. We're going to see what happens.
Just use that ass that Common Man loves so much. Put it into the ball.
You know what, though? I had another athletic moment, now that I don't get a chance to really display my athleticism. I haven't played football in some time, but at the camp,
I heard about
Cardell wanted these kids, these wide receivers, to go against me. And if they caught the ball, they would win a prize. So Cardell looked at me and he goes, let the kid catch the ball. And I said, okay, I guess I'll play.
How old is this kid? Before we go further,
probably 10, maybe.
Okay, so it's like it's a child. I mean, if it was like a 16-year-old, I could say, all right,
So Cardell messes up the throws. He messed up. Me and that kid went like 3 times. He messed up the throws. So then they rotate. They bring another kid in. Cardell messes up that throw again. They don't get on the same page. So then I'm like, at this point, I'm getting gassed. I'm getting winded. I see them phones on the sideline up, so all the parents start taking videos. I'm like, listen, I'm not about to be on Instagram for this. I'm not going viral today. So Cardell throws one, I pick it off, and I do my little dribble through the legs like I do, which would have been my celebration if I ever caught one. And then we said we're going to do one more rep, and Cardell tells the kid to run a post fade. So we ran a post fade.
Yeah.
No, excuse me, post corner. Okay. And the kid gets out there and he runs a straight fade, straight go ball. So as a DB, you have to know that anytime somebody runs a go ball on you, it's the ultimate sign of disrespect. So that when the kid kept running, I said, "Yeah, this is." I felt like 23 for the Buckeyes. That's kind of where my mind went. Like, oh, I'm back in my college days. I picked that kid off and I booted the ball. I punted it. Like, stop playing with me. And that was the first time that I did stuff like that since the day I got cut from the CFL in 21.
Tyvis Powell.
I say all that to say it's like riding a bike.
Tyvis Powell, real life Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith, watch out.
In dodgeball.
You know what? I want to get that dude in flag football, that like 15-year-old kid.
Wright?
Yeah, let's get that dude
Bryson
out here. Let's see if
Wright?
he can moss
I'm going to tell you right now, I would never let that happen to me.
Yeah, because you'd interfere.
No,
You'd tackle him
I'd pick
as
it
he
up.
ran by you.
I'd pick him off. And then I punt the ball like I did Cardale.
You see, Tyvis, if I was you, I wouldn't be hearing it from Cardale either, because he's the same guy that went to a children's hospital and
Put up
beat
100
yeah,
over 100 points. Yeah,
like, yeah,
sure
so I wouldn't have heard it from him either. You're in the right.
Kid's got to learn. You know what? The kid's got to learn how to play the game right. That's what I have to say. All right, Bishop and Friends coming up next. Baker, we're looking forward to hearing you back on the air with them. Now it's time for the buzzer.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings in Dublin. AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
Well, and a good news for the world of justice. Dmitry Nijinsky has pled guilty to one count of conspiracy to receive stolen property, faces up to 5 years in prison. Who is Dmitry Nijinsky? Well, he was one of the people who was buying stolen merchandise taken from famous athletes' homes. One of those homes was Joe Burrow. They found that he had storage units and all kinds of stuff there in New Jersey, where he's from. And apparently, FBI went in, looked into all that, found all the stolen goods. He couldn't account for it. He owns a pawn shop. So clearly he had like reason to have storage units and stuff in them. But it was found that this was all like legit merchandise. And I've always wondered, what would you do with stolen merchandise? Wouldn't somebody be like, hey,
sell it to a pawn
that's a
shop.
Joe Burrow game used jersey. How'd you get that? Can't account for it. Maybe it came from his house.
As Panama Ted would say, too hot.
Too hot. You don't want that. All right. Bishop and Friends is next. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Monday. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Right now, just one crash we're watching on 670 eastbound, right near the Grandview Avenue exit. Watch for the left shoulder blocked off over there. Everything else, though, looking nice and clear. 23 on the north end, moving along just fine. A little bit busy. Also busy on 33 on the southeast side. Make it a great day. I'm 10 TV's Amy Stuggerwald with your Fan Traffic.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off of closing costs. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.49%, APR 6.52% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3RD-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Your bathroom's got to go, the vanity's decayed, and toilet's really old. The bathtub's giving way. Give Bath R Us a ring. Call morning, noon, or night. You do not have to wait to get your bathroom right.
Call Baths R Us for your free estimate and enter to win our Christmas in July $12,500 bathroom remodel with an additional savings of up to $3,000 plus low to no monthly payments. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Picture this. You walk into a Tim Hortons and get a warm toasted English muffin or a buttery biscuit layered with fluffy fresh cracked eggs, melty cheese, and savory sausage or bacon. Now imagine that breakfast sandwich for just $3 when you buy any size coffee, hot or cold, because when you're running on empty, you want a breakfast that does more than just fills you up. So start your morning with Tim's, because you deserve a breakfast that's as good as your day is going to be. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid only during breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Additional terms apply.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Hey, it's Anthony. I actually enjoy the off-season. Gives me a chance to be really active, travel, be on the move. But when my back started giving me pain, I wasn't going to just deal with it this time. I went to the Good Feet store. Their personally fit arch supports got my feet into their ideal alignment, and I could already feel the difference in my back immediately. And they educated me. I had no clue we actually have several arches under our feet, and those cushy over-the-counter insoles were not going to do the trick. So many people suffering with pain can benefit from their system. People with pain in their feet, ankles, lower legs, knees, hips, and more. I've been wearing my personally fit arch supports for a while now, and they've given me the motivation and confidence to be as active as I want to be. The Good Feet store thrives on being solution-oriented. Go in. The fitting is free. They want you to try them in the store and feel them for yourself. So get back to living the life you love with the Good Feet store. They're on Stringtown Road in Grove City and on Polaris Parkway. Or check them out at goodfeet.com.
Evan Cohen here. Typically, you don't associate speed with quality. For example, you don't go through a fast food drive-through and expect a gourmet meal to go. Well, here's an exception. If you're hiring, you can find candidates fast who are also extremely qualified for your job. Just use ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can proactively find qualified candidates in minutes. No wonder why ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Adam Scheffler here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid